Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you live and in charge for a little Chop Shop Racing action. Back at it again, as we would always love to make sure that we are pretty much doing what we do and doing what we do best. That's kind of how we've established ourselves, and we like it. It's kind of fun. Las Vegas Motor Speedway here for the Chop Shop Racing Race Fanatics. That's where we're going to be. We're going to be at tonight. Sunset Skies here for tonight's race. Week 7 here for the Speedy Trophies Truck Series. Go to speedytrophies.com and get yourself a new award, a trophy, custom engrave, just whatever you need. If it has to deal with presenting an award, you pretty much do it. And they don't have it on their website. They can try to custom make it for you. Get a hold of them over at speedytrophies.com. These guys are absolutely fantastic. Joined in here, big old subscribe out there. Thank you, Dark, for gifting a sub over to their Polar. Thank you for following us over there, Polar. I appreciate you cheering on Dark Horizon Fishing. Spicy, of course, celebrating 12 months. Happy anniversary, sir. Let's go, he says. Ricky, thank you for the like out there as well. Joining the broadcast booth tonight, we got a special number 2. We call him number 2. It's Bryant Lucas. Bryant Lucas has ran in the truck series here with Chop Shop for a little bit, but he wanted to get his feet wet in the broadcasting spectrum, so we've got him on board today. Brian, how are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. I cannot just believe how excited I am to watch these guys go around not Dega. It basically is Dega, though, because it's Las Vegas for the first few laps. We'll see them drafted. I'm just so excited.
It'll be a ton of fun. It is a lot. There is a lot happening on the racetrack. Everybody out there practicing, getting things working. And Max, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Let's take a look at it. We've got race information up on your screen right now. The tower is lurking. Thank you, Penguin. That is the tower up there. Penguin taking over RC duties today, so you'll see him on the relative up there as well. But he's going to be up there making sure these drivers are doing what they're supposed to do, aka put his foot in their tuchus if something goes wrong, which shouldn't, because this league's one of the best. That's the reason why they sponsor Signature Esports as well. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to be 1.52 mile length track right now at practice. 92 degrees on the track temperature. Air temperature right about 89 degrees Fahrenheit. 31% humidity means, well, there's going to be a lot of grip. That's pretty much the way it is. 31% humidity means that the track's going to hold temperature as well. Partly cloudy skies. 6 mile an hour wind. We are at sunset here for these drivers. Ball status, B&B Music, Admin Box, Wiggle Paints. All a part of the platform over here at Chop Shop. Use promo code Chop Shop pretty much everywhere there and save yourself some stuff. Also, if you want to be part of the Chop Shop Racing experience, make sure you go to chopshopracing.net and check out Speedy Trophies again. 134 laps. Stage is going to be a lap 45. Only one stage for the series, and they're going to have 4 sets of tires. No fast repair. Incident point limit's going to be at 20 before they get a black flag. And then at 10, every 10 after that, that's what another black flag will come out. No DQs for it, but you can take a lot of penalties for that. It's going to be absolutely. It's going to be all about that end-all race pace that they're going to have. Week 7's heating up, and these drivers are going. What do you expect out of this, Bryant, when it comes to this race line and what these drivers have to do?
This race is going to be very interesting. I think it's just going to be who goes to the wall the most, man. Who can push the car for the longest without completely killing their tires. This track just eats them for breakfast. It is mean to your tires. The key to this race, save those tires. Let's go for the long run.
Truck Series action every Tuesday night. Tomorrow night, we're going to have Winston Throwback Series back on Signature Esports. If you missed Winston Throwbacks, they were the premier ARCA series for a long time on the simulator. They're going to go to the Gen 6 cars starting tomorrow. So I'm pretty ecstatic about that. You'll see Coulter Jr. out there running Flip Flop, aka that is normally it's the paint scheme is kind of flipped around. It's usually silver on top, black on the sides, and the trim is kind of all changed. Well, he's running basically the flip flop version of it. So he calls it truck flip flop. I'm excited to see it. He is one of the admins over there. I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to do with that league as we get into the first race of the season tomorrow. Where else are we going? Oh, we got to talk about points. Points are the most interesting thing going on with this series. With 3 wins and no win and in situation. Every position's going to matter. Every point's going to matter. Everything about each one of these races are going to be tied over to where the drivers are going to compete. Here's a look at the points. Nathan Biggert leads in points coming into today's race, 239 over the 10-point, with a 10-point advantage over Michael Strickland, who has yet to have a win, but has a very, very consistent finish, and sits above that third spot by 29 points. So there's a lot happening. Anthony Crownover, who was out in our YouTube chat, thank you, sir, for being out there. Much love to you, sir. You're sitting third. Hartung, Wesley Straight, your top 5. Hammond, even missing a race, is going to be there. Wesley Straight has 2 wins. So out of all these tracks and all these drivers, the points look as such. That's kind of where we're sitting at right now. Bob Garofalo would be on the cutoff line if we were to begin the playoffs today. Down there, 127 to TJ Krober's 123. It is it's a race. It's going to be a race, and points in every position. We talk about stage points with this series mattering just as much as the end of the race. Where if you're a driver inside the top 5 in this early going, are you trying to maximize points, Bryant, or are we trying to or are we just trying to save the truck? No fast repair in this series, so there's a lot of protection that has to happen.
I'm going to make an homage to the 24 that's happened this weekend. You got to protect this car like it's a 24. All right, this track runs like a super speedway. You hit the wall at all, you get in some kind of wreck. A lot of people are going to get collected up in it. You got to protect that car, but a good way to protect that car is staying out front. So if you're in the top 5, try to keep everybody else behind you, but stay in that top 5 and take care of them tires.
Tires important. They've got 4 sets, and qualifying about to finish up here in the next 50 seconds. Folks, if you haven't done so, reach up, hit that like button for me. It goes a long way to help support the stream and support the drivers, not only myself, but also Chop Racing and all the folks that we have to take care of. Carl, thank you very much. There's the C2 gaming legend. How you doing, sir? Carl Hendry, give us a like on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. We multi-stream each one of the races. We've been doing pretty good at this stuff for the last 4 years. We're going to celebrate 4 years in May. And the goal is to, have some fun stuff with that. I don't know what we're going to do for the 4-year. I know what we did for the 3-year, and it was a blast. So we'll see what we do this time. Mark, thank you very much for the like. February, we are going to be pushing hard for the next charity. The next charity we're going to be working on is Mission 22. So we're working on some of those things. If you know what Mission 22 is, keep your eye out there for me. Thank you for the like, Mr. Porter. I appreciate you. It's going to be a ton of fun. All right, Mission 22 will be we'll be back in February raising money for Mission 22. You'll be able to do that live on Twitch. Here's your starting grid. Let's get at it. TJ Krober's going to be your pole sitter. Anthony Crownover, your outside pole sitter. Sam Benson, Brandon Banks is going to make it row number 2. Anthony Shuck, Michael Strickland, row number 3. John Hammond, Brian Rayburn are going to make it row number 4. Colby Hartung, Matt Magner, row number 5. Nathan Biggert and Greg Whitehead is going to be their row number 6.
All right, making up row number 7, you got Jason Day and Connor Hazel. Row number 7 is going to be Jeremy Burke and Mark Del 2. Row number 8 is going to be Michael Newberg and my man Anthony. Row number 9 is going to be Donnell Williams and Richard Holland. Row number 10 is going to be Brandon Porter and Michael Coulter Jr. way back there in the pack. Row number 11 is going to be Wesley Strait and Hayden Malcolm. And row number 12 is going to be Stephen Hine and George.
Rincon, Jorge Rincon. Robert Church, Ryan Witt are going to be at the next row. Alex Thompson, Jerry Culver in row 18, 15, something like that. 15, I think I can count. Mark Retchen's going to have Chris Roberts in row 16, Devin Asuna, Paul, and your race controller's out there, row 17. Race controller's not going to be in the race, so we'll see what he's going to be having the calls from the booth. It's going to be awesome. Grady Sullivan, Carlton Henry in your next row. And last but not least, 38 drivers, 19 rows today. It would be 37 total that are going to be in the race. Joe Thompson, Philip Caffrey bringing it to the tail end of the field. It is ready to go, man. Ready to go. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I definitely want to take a look at the weather on the track, because if anything has changed, actually something has changed. The track temperature has flopped to the air temperature, so 88 degrees in the air temperature, 90 to 91 with the track temperature. The partly cloudy skies are sticking. And as the sun is setting out of 1 and 2, this track can become a lot to handle. If I go to the gyro cam here, you see the sun's already cleared the grandstands back here in turn 1. But when practice, it looked like it was going to be a big issue. We're going to go into the nighttime on this race. The track transition will happen.
Yes, sir. They're all getting going here, going into turn 1. They're all getting nice and clumped up. I remember all the guys in the back, they're just barely getting going. They're going to be catching here going up into 3, and you're going to hear the race controller go say, hey, get packed up here, man. And then they won't make it. But, hey, we're going to get close.
Got our driver cams brought to you by Beef Jerky Unlimited. Go to beefjerkyunlimited.com. There's Spicy in the old 35. Got his cool shades on, little blue shades. I like it. There's Jeremiah Burke on that second driver cam. Your pal, the number 23, is going to be sitting there in that 19 spot. Anthony Damiani is going to be our third driver cam. Fourth driver cam could be... I can't see him. I couldn't see him on my end. Sorry, you guys could see him on your end. My bad. There's Chris Roberts, fifth driver cam. We should have everybody good to go. Krober, crown over. The pitter patter. Let's get at her moment. Under 34 laps, green flag here at Las Vegas. Bumper to bumper action out of turn 1. Matching turn 2, Sam Benson there on the inside. Krober's going to have the high line cleared. Not quite. 55 battles back to the outside. 54 Banks in tow. One wrong move and your race is over. Where do you put it?
Now you can see everybody's going everywhere right now. 7 almost peeked to the middle there. Looking like he's getting pretty eager to get to the front.
Here's a look at pit road as they go by. Drivers all the way below the bottom of the race line as the drivers stick to that low line entrance and that low line, the high line exit. So watch Krober here. He's going to have to run all the way up to the wall, but he's going to stay middle lane here. He's going to treat this just like a super speedway, not give up the bottom side.
Yes, sir. You see people are starting to move to the bottom of the racetrack. That's the fastest line at the moment. That top's going to work for a while you got the draft, but you need to find a place where you're comfortable and get those tires, keep them cool.
Fastest lap of the race just ran by Brian Rayburn and Michael Strickland, both 30.92. Strickland to the bottom side, 54 up high, 54.55 of Anthony Crownover and Brandon Banks. Brandon Banks, part of the DBR team. Speaking of DBR, the biggest mover of the race so far, up 4. Going to be there on the outside is Michael Newbrow. Newbrow in that 6 truck, rolling right there with the 44 behind. Geomax, Connor Hazel runs that higher lane as well. Jeremiah Burke in the middle of it. Rich Holland, fastest lap of the race. Wesley Strait now fastest lap of the race. They're clicking away, 30.69. Card 744. Rob Van Ness giving us likes out there. Pack racing tonight. That's what it should be.
Headed into 3 and 4. Got Cobra still in the lead, but a nice dive from the 8. I misread that. From the 38, pardon, to the lead.
38 inside, 7 there as well. Anthony Shook to the bottom side, has the 8 on the outside. 55 up in the mix. 8 can deliver here, but right now they're giving it enough room. He could come down and side draft. TJ Krober rolls out. Alex Thompson off the racing surface. He is going to be down on the bottom. Seeing him, he was awful at the racing surface. We'll see if he keep that. He's got that truck still clean. He is still clean. Take a look here real quick what happened. I do believe he just got free off the corner. Yep, did. Hit the grass. It's going to be good to go. Didn't come to pit road. He is good to go. 5 laps in. They get 6 this time by as he gets back up in pace. 7 of Anthony Shook has Brandon Banks all over his back bumper. You can bunt draft in these things, and it is an absolute dream of a racetrack. Joseph, what's going on? Good to see you out there on the old YouTube platform. Appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there watching on YouTube as well. You guys have been making this one a ton of fun, and it's been absolutely amazing to be able to grow on all 3 platforms now, and Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube have just been awesome to us throughout the years. How about the 1427 I-rated driver of Anthony Shook, JBL.com, running down on the bottom side. Where do you need to keep those tires? Because there's a lot to say when it comes to having the exit here. About 15 laps is pretty much what you can run full throttle without having any kind of lift. And right now you see the 7 to the inside of the 38.
Yes, sir. Looks like the bottom's a popular spot, but I think it depends on what you want to wear. The top will wear some different tires than the bottom. We see a really good cluster right now from 16th to 20th. They are just packed in like a can of sardines right now.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Woo! Everybody getting dicey. These trucks do not like netcode. 1 gets around as we're on board with Matt Magner here in the 7 spot. Magner driving a little Chase Elliott paint scheme there. Do like the Hooters. That was more of a throwback, but I don't know. Are those the 2024 calendar girls? I'm not quite sure. I like Hooters. They have some great wings.
Yes, sir. Some good wings. Nice 2x2 up here from about fourth back. Nice little cluster. They're still going 2 wide, just going to town. So many trucks out here. It's hard not to.
Joseph says, bide your time. You ain't lying, sir. How are you doing? How's that baby doing? Tell me about it. Striker back to 6th as he dropped back, now working his way back forward. Still trying to put on a little bit longer of a run. Season 2 champion, Kobe Hartung right behind. There is the 14. Drops into the corner, 88-14. Side by side with the 8 as Krober drops back here. Eric, you can save tires on this racetrack by just kind of burping your throttle, kind of managing your fuel. When they're going to come to pit road if they run green, this thing will run all the way through those 45 laps. You can get 48 to 55 laps of fuel depending on how you save and depending on how you drive the track. We'll see what any of these drivers are doing. Starting to walk now. Ooh. But
I think we're gonna see guys pit about halfway through this stage. Some of these guys up front, they are pushing the tires, and I actually no, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say they're gonna pit about 2/3 the way through it because they're gonna start to realize some tires are not gonna last. They're gonna I need to come down pit road or I'm not gonna make it to the end of the stage with these tires.
75 to the bottom side. There's John Hammond. He's off 1 from the start of the race, and he still needs to get a win on the Signature Esports platform. 3 wide into turn 2. Woo, getting tight. Oh, baby. 14 able to clear the 75 and try to move forward here.
Trying to work for 7th there as he's on the back of that lead pack. Looking good in that beautiful 75 truck.
A bit of gyro cam here. Let's check in with our awesome drivers. You know, the ones that put up their cameras. Looking strong ahead. Jason Day is the driver that I couldn't see on my end earlier, but he is back here with Nathan Biggert. See that turtle machine in front of them as they get to 1 and 2. You see Michael Newbrow right behind the 52 of Jason Day.
No, I'm noticing something here. If you check out the 75 and the 88, they were working there together for a lap. I don't know if they just split, but Hedman was definitely pushing Stryker there for a few laps. Here he goes, getting back behind him to help out Stryker. He's like, hey, take me to the front of the pack here. Let's work together.
The two admins of the team. I don't think. Oh, 6 up on the wall. Burke to the back bumper of Michael Newbrow, who's dropping here. That's a big loss of momentum. Right side damage. There, 3 wide, and there he goes. Caution. Caution comes out.
44.
Holy cow.
And there goes Anthony. Oh, lots of damage for the 23.
Matt Magner, the 6 of Michael Newbrow, nowhere to go. A big checkup of speed. I want to go back here. Newbrow did a great job of saving the truck and saving that one right there. This is where it all began.
And if you look at that, you can see they're so bunched together right there. They're all underneath the blanket, just trying to survive, and somebody just misjudged it.
That's what happens here at these style of racing. So we'll see what happens. There's Michael Newbrow here, who I'm a big fan of. Have been since the glory days, the old glory days. We don't have too many of those anymore, because it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, Far Chase. We got to go Far Chase here, folks. Bear with me. Buttons have moved, and that's weird.
That all happened between P15 and P20. That was just back there in the pack, right in the middle there.
Oh, 53 went to go to the outside. Burke went to go to the outside, just wasn't clear. Here's Matt Magner on the inside here of the 6. Goes up, just wasn't clear. A little netcode helped that, but he just wasn't clear. 44 and the 11, the 23. 4 drivers involved here. Ooh, baby. 59 able to avoid that one, so we'll see if anybody gets that damage repaired. It'll be a long race. We're under caution here as these drivers go to work. Jason Day as your onboard camera there. And we'll take a look. I think Spicy's good. Come on, Nate. This is Cam. What do you say, man?
Man, I'm sad to see that 6 car get in that wreck, man. That's the car I was driving for 2 weeks, and I kept it clean. This guy, I don't know what he's doing, man. Come on.
Newbrow's good, man. He drove he's 3299 I rated driver. So he's out there driving. You got to think there's 38 trucks on this racetrack.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of time. And there's you can only control what you do, and right now he's doing what he can. So we love to see what's happening there. Sam Benson, your race leader here, folks. Brandon Banks in second. Anthony Crown over Anthony Shook. Your next two in that realm. Crown over off 1. Roper's going to be off 4. He sits in 5th. Mutala, thank you very much. I appreciate you for the like. I appreciate everybody being out there. Much love to you all. If you haven't done so, again, folks, you see them all popping up on screen. Give us a like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You can follow me on TikTok as well. Make sure you go to chopshopracing.net and sign up for one of these leagues. They have a bunch of them. We're going to be calling, basically, I think we're calling 4 of their 5 leagues now. Their Cup Series starts on Fridays, coming up here on February 9th. And we'll be on the call for that here in a week or 2. I think in 2 weeks, we're going to be calling their Super Late Model Series before our 802 Cup Series on Sundays. And then we have Dirt with them on Monday. And, of course, the Truck Series on Tuesdays. Folks, time to hydrate. Make sure you do so. We're under caution for the first time before the stage.
Oh wait, Walters is.
Yeah, Walters is the race control. Back at it here, folks. 38-54. Getting ready to go side-by-side racing here once again. As we are through 18. Make that 19. Going to begin lap 20 here. 38-54, 55-7, 8-14. Having conversations behind the scenes is always a good thing to make sure that we're all keeping up on what you folks are doing out there. Joe, I hope that job goes well. 38 gets the green flag and is gone.
What a jump there, man. That he had just said, goodbye, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull out, and you guys will catch up with the draft with me in a lap or two, all right?
Timing is everything, and if you can get some clean air, that's exactly what he did. Sam Benson, 29.03 on the iRating, 40.87 on Anthony Crownover. The 55 gets around Banks. Banks unable to time that because of basically how soon Sam Benson left the start-restart zone. Once he got in that start-restart zone, he was gone.
Yeah, we're 3 wide from 11th to 12th. Oh, they just got that figured out. We got one around the 2 car on the front stretch.
Anthony Shook, Wesley Strait is fine. Anthony Shook, Donnell Williams looks fine as well. Shook came back on the racetrack. Caution back out. That was the 7. Let's take a look here. Gotta see. I came off the nose of the 1. Great save, but it was just enough. Let's see if there's some net code. Nope. Oop. Yeah, just enough to turn him sideways there in front of the field. That'll bring out a caution all day long. Did he miss pit road? He did. No caution or no black flag for pit road entrance, or that whole scenario. Hey, look at that little marathon. Nipsey Hussle, number 2 for Donnell Williams. The marathon continues. Hustle, motivate.
That's good for our guys in the pits. Number 11 of Porter, Damani, the 23, and the 44 of Hazel. They're still down there in pit lane fixing their damage from the last wreck. So hopefully this helps them out a little bit to get back up on the track without losing too many laps.
Anthony Damiani, 15:26 on the iRating, is going to be a couple of laps down. Connor's a couple of laps down now as well. Brandon Porter, Becker getting it work done. Every position matters, so getting the truck fixed is going to be huge. And now they're slowing the traffic down. So even if this means they're not going to be 10 plus, it may be 10 plus laps down, but they're not going to be in that 15 mark because every 30 seconds the lap ticking by. Now it's about every minute 15, minute 20 as they pace here.
Yeah, man. Talking about Anthony Demani, he is racing with us at Daytona this weekend, so we're excited to see him. Daytona 24, man. You racing Daytona 24?
I am not. I have too many races to call. I wish I could.
Man, well, we're going to have fun in LMP2. I want to shout out to all those guys who are racing Daytona 24. Whatever you do, just finish your race, man. You'll feel so much better. If you could wreck, have an hour of damage, just finish your race, guys. I want to commend every single one of you for doing it, all right?
I had another driver cam join, and I didn't get to see it. I know he's sitting on pit road right now. I didn't see it, so I apologize about that. There he is. He's enjoying himself. Is that new bro? Is that Mike? That's Mike. What's up, Mike? Mike. He's got a big beard now. Mike Newbrow.
Okay.
He's got a big beard. Mike, you got a big beard now, man. Holy cow. You got a better beard than I do. For sure that's Newbrow. I haven't seen him in
that was
a year.
Newbrow. That was Newbrow. He took the claim for the incident there. So, no, that was Shook claim. There was 2 people getting the EOL there, the 6 and the 7.
And Newbrow is on coming out of pit road here. Mike is part of the Drinking Bros racing team out there that we have known for a couple of years. Brandon Banks, Tony Kivett, Eric Schaefer, all those guys over there. Absolutely, some of the best guys you're gonna meet, and they. I give my hats off to them. Come on, I say thanks for picking up for Cup. Yeah, man. I mean, we got to do that. they asked, and I said, okay. Yeah. James, thank you for the like, sir. Appreciate you. All right.
Looks like Newbrow's hitting pit road again to pick some more damage. And our man, the 44, Connor Hazel, he got in the accident, the last caution. He got that truck fixed up. He's now back on track racing with these guys. So good for him.
I think Mike is coming in and get a little bit more taken care of on that truck. Even if he goes a lap down, there's a caution coming up here for the stage here at about 22 laps. Just a little bit shyer than that. So a little bit more each and every lap is you know, that's the long game here. Mike gets another 29 seconds. He's going to be leaving pit road here. Hopefully he's not taking tires and unchecking those, making sure that that's good. Nathan Dillard, thank you for the like, sir. I appreciate you. So we'll see.
And Jason, good news. The last caution, everybody from it, Amani and Porter are back on track and are back in the race. We get a few more cautions. We can get them back on the lead lap with some strategy possibly, and they still got a race ahead of them. So all the cautions up so far hasn't affected any drivers of getting out of the race because of all the damage. So that's really good news for all the cars are still racing here 25 laps into the race.
There's a lot that can still happen. 44 is going to be 6 laps down. Damiani's going to be 6 laps down as well. Brandon Porter a lap down to those drivers, so 7 laps down. The 7 gets the EOL. Anthony Shook down here to the back portion of this one. He just he was in the right spot there. I don't know if he took that. I mean, he had. I think he came. No, he did. He just took the EOL. Did he take the blame for that one?
I think he did. The 7 took the blame because there was nobody, because they wouldn't give the EOL if he didn't take the blame. So either it was that or the 6. So
I mean, I'd have taken that one to I'd have taken that one to race review.
Yeah.
That's
hey, I made that
done.
same mistake my first race too. But here we go, making our way to the restart zone.
All right, pitter patter. Let's get at her.
Another great jump by the 38 there. He's like, all right, see you another lap, guys. I'm sailing away.
Cautions are cautions. Second caution of the race. That was, I don't know why it showed up first caution up there. That was the second caution there. Things that do happen. Let's dig in. I want to find out where Spicy's at. There's my 35 friend Rich Holland back here. Oop, that's the wrong camera. Sorry about that, folks. That's the right camera. There he is. He wears his sunglasses at night. Yeah, it's going to be stuck in your head, folks.
Really? Sunglasses at night?
Hey, we all wear sunglasses every once in a while. And believe it or not, the amount of blue light filtering that your sunglasses, they're 3 light here. The amount of blue light filtering you get from sunglasses actually can help you, and it actually help with migraines and stuff like that. So, folks, if you are out there and you are a gamer or you stare at screens all day, maybe you work at an office, think about getting some blue light spectacles. Even if you don't wear glasses, you can get some non-prescription race glasses out there that filter blue light, and I promise you can even sleep better because of it. Jerry Culver behind Holland. Holy cow.
I got to agree with you, man. I got those blue light filter glasses, and they do make a difference. But let's get back to racing here. It's just getting nice and spread out here. There's no big clumps anywhere in this field, so we should see a really good green flag run here.
Rayburn to the outside of, and this is on board with Rich Holland here as he sees Thompson drop into the corner. Spicy is, whoa, baby. Driver's getting dicey up here. It's Philip Caffrey. Big checkup of speed. Donna Williams to the bottom side. There goes Brian Rayburn. Go back to your main screen there as our Beef Jerky limited driver cams roll it. Big old boogity. Thank you, Nathan. Spicy just doing spicy things. He's doing exactly what he needs to, right? That's what I like. I appreciate you, folks. Ooh, baby. Let's go have at it. This is the battle for 19th, and Holland back in 20th where he started. There to the inside of Rayburn. Joe Thompson behind. How about Ryan Went to the 40. We had a podcast here recently. If you haven't checked out that, go to the Chop Shop YouTube channel. There's also a link on our Facebook page. You can watch that podcast, learn a little bit more about myself and what I do and how I got started with all this. Let's go Banks. Let's go Coulter. Love it all.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have a really good guest this week. I got to hear who it was. Don't want to spoil it though, but make sure you tune in. I think it's actually next week for that one, guys. That's gonna be a great podcast.
Michael's mom out there. How you doing, Holly? You're amazing. Thank you for being in chat again. Much love to you. Old Farmer says, let's go Banks. It's Shaver. Hey, Shaver.
Too wide for 6 back there.
Good to see you out there, sir. 14 to the outside of the 75. I was just speaking on how you guys dominate with your race team. Dig with it, brother. Mike got involved. Banks has got the lone spot up here inside the top 3. He's going to play the long game here. Stage coming up here on 45. The Chop Chop Racing Series looks for the SpeedyTrophies.com Truck Series.
13 laps to the stage here. You know, just got to make it for the guys in the back. But up here, the 8 and 38 are going to be going at it here. 38's not letting up, but the 8 seems to have some flashes of brilliance here and there, but just can't quite get the job done on the 38. I think the 38 just taking care of his tires better.
Well, Krober was your pole sitter here. He bounced back. He is running below the yellow line. They're trying to push, or below the white line there, pushing up on the racing surface. Trying to utilize that left front on that bottom of the racetrack to get the truck to turn around. Vegas is a lot like Kansas in that regard. If I know one track, I know Kansas. Vegas, very similar when it comes to the run they get. And right now, the draft important. Sam Benson with with those good restarts has Krober pushing back into the corner. Krober, again, pole sitter here, backed the corner entry off, gave up a few spots, and now is working his way back forward. Quarter second the difference here. Closes in on corner exit. Back into the draft. We're going to be 11 laps to go to the stage. Lap 35 underway. John Hammond up 6. Biggest mover of the race is going to be, how about it, Alex Thompson.
We're 3 wide for 30th place back here, guys. They will not give up, man.
Carlton Henry, Hayden Malcolm, Devin Asuna. Good old Devin back here running that 45 Cheez-Its machine. 59-45. How about Grady Sullivan up in the mix, up 4. Magner in tow of, that's the 23 of Anthony Damiani. Damiani, we're on the driver cam spectrum here. Good to see him. Run that one. We'll have to get his focus in on his camera because I think it's focusing on his desk right now.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He just barely got the camera. He's like, I need it for the Daytona 24 for driver cam. So we'll get it fixed for you next week. All right.
Oh, I'm good. The Daytona 24 is something that if you are out there running it, folks, my hat's off to you. That is one of those. That is a race that I thought about picking a couple of laps and calling. How about Jeremiah Burke back up to 12th here? There's that early contact earlier hasn't slowed him down any. He's doing fine. That truck looks just fine. Wesley Straight in front of him, 53 moving forward, 3 to the outside. Greg Whitehead running a little MTV paint scheme. When do you think music television is actually going to be a thing for that channel again?
I don't know what music television is, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh man. He's young. Do you know what MTV is?
I do know what MTV is, but during my day, they played the Duke Boys on it every now and then, so.
Oh, MTV. You've corrupted our youth. Nah, it's no big deal.
Them top 2 have just kind of pulled away. It's a battle just between them for these last few laps, but from 3rd to 5th, we've got another battle raging right on the tail end of that. 6th is Hammond. I can see him getting into there. But the 14 and the 54 have been showing us a couple of things here and there these last few laps, but just haven't really completed much. Krober, 55 goes the inside there. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Krober to the lead. Anthony Cronover back in that 5 spot. You were looking at. Hey, and Shapes, those sound alert things, that pink fluffy unicorn. It's for my daughter. It's those are on those personal gaming streams. I have it turned off for the iRacing stuff. I thought I had actually had them disabled for this one. 55 over the nose and 75. Crown over not giving any room. 75 back to the bottom side here.
All right, this is where it all starts to turn up here, man. We got 5 laps to go at the line. We start to see some action here. Everybody's fighting for every position. Stage points are on the line.
41 of 134 underway. Top 10. Wesley Straight back here to the mix. Some green flag runs happening here. I'll owe you a pink fluffy unicorn in the next personal stream I have, sir.
I want a pink fluffy unicorn. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's the song. You could.
I don't get it. We can just move on.
Yeah, Jess. Jess, my wife, she played the song a long time ago for my daughter, and it's literally, the song is Pink Fluffy Unicorn Dancing on Rainbows, and it is literally like the song that never ends, like from Lamb Chops. Those remember who Lamb Chops sing along. It is literally just like that, and it sticks in your head. And of course, she put that there. So Pink Fluffy Unicorns for my 10-year-old now. She just turned 10 in January. 42 of 134. Man, oh man.
3 laps to go here. You know, a lot of battles for 10th here. Also a really big battle for 20th and 21st. They are side by side.
And by Coulter Jr.
Oh, that's a group of 4 there.
Coulter Jr. on the high side. Marco Dell to the bottom. That's the 81. A little My Three Sons action going for the Chevy. Spicy up again. Up 2. Holland went from the back to the front. Just kind of working his way forward. Going to be there toward the end. He's had a couple of bad incidents over the last couple of races. Marco Dell holding on. Joe Thompson up 16. Mark Retchen's going to be up 16. And drivers putting their best foot forward as we see a lot of drivers. The biggest move of the race inside the top 10. Going to be the 16 of Alex Thompson. Looking for his first stage points here as the 75 rolls the inside. 52 there as well. 16 runs side by side with the 75. Mid lane, 75 drifts up to the 16. Oh, baby. Hold on to it.
Oh, here we go.
Down into the grass. No caution. We're still rolling green. Krober out front.
Oh, catch it. Come on, 16. Oh, what a beautiful save by the 16. They're just sitting there fighting for 10th for them stage points.
Slow on the bottom side now. Didn't get the stage. Stage will be thrown here this next time by. Had a chance for a top 10 of the stage and had the line for it. TJ Krober comes around. He's going to win the stage. They're going to throw that caution. Benson, Banks, Hard-Tongue, Crownover is going to be your top 5. Biggert, Hammond, Berkey, Hain, Straight will be your top 10 for the stage.
Man, what a battle there for 10th place. Everybody's like, I just want that point, man. I'm fighting for that 1 point.
Insanity, man. Insanity. Caution comes out. That'll be your stage for Las Vegas. And Alex Thompson was the biggest mover of the race at that particular point. And John Hammond got up into him. Will finish 7th. A great save. Alex had a great save there. Nothing wrong with what he had.
That was beautiful. If I was driving that car, I would have drove it probably straight in the inside wall, man. That was insanely impressive. If I could watch that 20 times over, I would.
Speaking of watching it 20 times over, here's how it happened. The 16 was in 3 and 4 here. 16 ran the inside, ran that second lane. I talked about this earlier on. Once the tires start to wear, you're going to start running that second lane. That second lane is going to be able to be fast, and that's exactly where he was running. And the 75 drifts up on corner exit, gets the 16 loose. And the 16 across the grass here, trying not to damage the truck. It's a little bit sideways there and did not bring out the caution, lock the tires up. It's insane that happened. So Thompson will come in on 20 from 21st here. Robert stays out. Will no doubtedly try to put himself at the tail end of the field. Speaking of Chris Robert, he is the man, the myth, the legend, the nicest Canadian you will ever meet. And he is our 5th driver cam.
I thought they all were nice, but I just got to mention, dude, I'm sitting here listening to the chat here in the race, and this league is so unique. I'm listening to these guys talking to each other, and they're like, "No, no, I got into you. No, no, I got into you." The politeness is insane. You're like, just we'll just call it a racing incident at that point, right?
I mean, if I would have put it on anybody, I would have put that on Hammond. All right.
Yeah, so Stryker was sitting there saying, "Hey, that's my fault," and Hammond's like, "No, no, 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 that was my fault." He's like, "Are you sure?" Kind of funny how those two go back and forth, man.
Those guys are like the opposite of each other. There's Newbrow getting some more of the damage taken care of. He's going to sit on pit road for a little bit. Not a bad job going on there. Good there. Thank you, Newbrow, for being on the driver cam. Thank you, Robert, for being on the driver cam. How about the OGs? We've got Wesley Strait out there. We've got Banks. We've got Jason Days, Brandon Leaks, ground over in the first league we ever called. And oh man, it's to everybody out there. Oh, of course, Kobe Hartung. Yeah, good stuff, man.
People moving off a pit road here, trying not to go a lap down. Damani will go a lap. He's gonna go another lap down there. He's got to fix some damage. Shook's fixing damage. He's gonna go another lap down. And Pulver just hit pit road. So
Here, Culver coming in a little bit later. There's oh good. There's Burke right there. Jeremiah. Big smile. I like it whenever I see these folks get out there and enjoy themselves and smile and, you know, try to travel. Great race line. There is Rich Holland, of course. They're going to go back to green flag racing here in just a moment, folks. Go ahead.
Sorry, I interrupted you. I would like to see, something I want to see? I want to see the hands of the number 16, man. Just imagine him in that car, saving the car. All those hands flying everywhere, man. Seeing those pedals, man, that would have been an impressive sight to see there in the cockpit, man. You wonder what's going through his mind,
Well, I think a lot of chat can tell you what was probably going through his mind. The expletive. Robert's came in on 16 as an extra set of tires because he only took fuel that time. I wonder if he's going to try to run the tires down on this one. We'll see. We'll be back double file. He should elect the high lane here. Sam Benson will be on the inside. Two Fords lead the front row. Chevy's all the way throughout. First Toyota is going to be Ryan Wendt. He's going to be in 22nd. Rich Holland, Spicy, the Tabasco Fiasco, is going to be there in 23rd. So three Toyotas in the field, to include Jerry Culver. Paul has a Toyota, but he is your RC, so thank you to him. Thank you to SpeedyTrophies.com for being a part of the Chop Chop Truck Series here. They put on a great show all season long, and as they would, and as they do, this one's going to go all the way to the far side of the moon here. We'll see what happens early on. Robert's trying something different. They've deemed the Roberts Award the biggest mover of the race award, and he's had a lot of those throughout the sector of this. He likes to start in the back. He likes to try to pick his way forward. He has his own kind of race strategy depending on what the track is doing and how the truck feels. We'll see what happens. A little sim racing magic may be happening here for the Vancouver native. Benson on the inside, Banks on the outside. Krober going to go back to the front, I believe. Benson able to edge out Krober on the inside there when it came to getting off pit road. So we'll see what happens here. We're about to go at it. Stage is over. Green flag is underway.
Bears picked the top there. Got a decent jump. Not as good as the 38's been getting, but new stage, it's going to start to get jumbled up.
Well, Roberts did not come to pit road, so he is on a completely different. He's on a completely different pit cycle there than the rest of the field. He came in on 16. Everybody else just came in for tires and fuel. I think he elected the high lane here to be cordial to the drivers because, again, I think his race line. He may not run his fastest laps here, but he's going to run the tires even with these drivers, and he may be of saving. Classic Roberts, yes sir.
For this field starting to get single file. They understand there's a lot more race to go. There's going to be hopefully some green flag pit stops here. And you can kind of tell it's the calm before the storm, right, Jason?
How awesome do those massive fields look? They look amazing. They look amazing. Number the best. And these leagues do it. Coming around the line, they are awesome, man. 3 wide, quarter exit here on the back straightaway. 24 in front, right there, has a 3 wide situation in front of him. I was trying to switch cameras. There he is. Oh, baby. Robert's got stuck in a rock and a hard spot there, but don't cut him out just yet. He's going to run down to the middle lane. A lot of drivers driving below the apron here, trying to make the most out of the momentum that they have. And 98 up on the high side. You see the speed with new tires here. Robert still running the outside. Jason Day, fastest lap of the race for the 52, 30.69. And that driver cam looks like this. Not like that. That's the other Canadian. That's what it looks like right here. All right. We've got that first part of the strategy out of the way. Second part here, where do these drivers need to focus? Do they need to, caution's going to come out, Thompson involved. What do they need to do? Thompson up on the racetrack here. We'll see what happened. I think he might have just gotten free. We'll see. That's cool. That's half speed. We don't want half speed. Come on. Left side of your screen, folks, as Jason Day paces on. Oh, it just got tight in the corner. Did he blow his engine? Oh, he did. And he parked it. Something happened.
Yeah,
something happened to him.
So I think I know what happened. It sounds like there's a driver that's lagging really badly, and somebody kind of just like popped right on top of somebody or something like that. But what I'm hearing is there's some kind of lag causing that problem there. Oh, actually, sounds like there's also some kind of wheel failure going on as well.
Oh, that might have been it. He had such a great race going as well, because that's what it looks like. Watch his right front here. Hold on. Let me stop. Chase. Stop. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Okay. We're going to go right here. Okay. We're going to watch that right front tire there, folks, as he gets out of here. Goes to get into the corner. Oh, yeah, that wheel shifted to the right almost immediately, or to the left. That wheel locked up. Man.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. He sounded like the wheel was like glitching out. Like apparently the wheel was still running, but it just stopped responding to the driver.
Right here. Bam. Things do happen. He's coming to pit road. He only took a little bit of right side damage, so maybe an opportunity here. He's going to take tires. It's a chance. He's going to only have one set of tires left. Something happened to Philip Caffrey here as well. Let's take a look. Oh, Philip might have some connection issues happening there. That's the blink. That's what we saw there. Let's go here. Don't glitch out my... No. Boom. Come on. Here we go. I have to select another driver. All right. Well, all right. Jason Day under caution. You see the I flag box up there. Do like it. Thompson didn't take that much damage there. Brandon Banks, your race leader, and we missed the pass for the lead under all of that. And that was right here. Banks had the outside lane. I want to back this up because this one was developing on the outside. That second lane starting to have grip, and the battle for the lead is right here. Banks able to edge ahead here. 38 Rockets to the inside. Tries to still utilize that bottom lane. And as this track progressively wears, that outside lane will start to prevail, similar to what you see on these super speedways. This is where Brandon Banks edges out. Caution will come out somewhere here in turn 1. And Banks will have the lead there. right about here somewhere. Yeah, Banks has that lead. 55 on the outside. Yep, there it is. That's where they back it down. Banks, Benson, Crown over Burke. Krober's going to be your top 5. He's been on the cutting board back at the seats. And man, oh man, how are you feeling, Mr. Caffrey? How you feeling, brother? You're in your poor knee. How you feeling? Many prayers to you, sir.
Yeah, Alex Thompson, the number 16, taking credit for that one there.
Yeah, with a failure. Yeah, I could see that happening. Unfortunate for him. He's having such a great race, and then the inside lane contact from Hammond to get him loose on the inside coming to the stage, and then to have the wheel go down like that. That's such a if he had any luck at all, it would be bad. Yeah, we're rooting for him. We're rooting for him. Having a great day today.
I'm rooting for him. Yeah. After that save, how can you not root for him, right?
Yeah, a little bit. You'll be back. I know. Hey, you'll have more mobility out of it than I'd like to. Want to make sure that happens, man.
All right, gonna go green on lap 60 here.
54, 38, 55, 53. It's going to be your front 2 rows here on the restart. Banks will elect the inside lane. Lights are going to be off of the pace car. Going back to green flag racing with the sun all the way gone. The nighttime sky is settled in. These drivers are, and we still have a full field. That's what's crazy about this. When Alex Thompson tail into the field, he's going to take that EOL. Connor Hazel was your lucky dog there, and is 5 laps away from being back on the lead lap. Not impossible to overcome.
We have one driver out, Hendry, and Shook is sitting in pit road, getting some damage fixed.
All right.
66 out. Pardon?
It's all good. Green flag, 54 goes. Banks. Little Bridgestone action happening there. 54, 38, 53, your top 3. Up 12 is Jeremiah Burke. Wesley Straighten, 8th is up 15. Joe Thompson up. Speaking of Thompsons, Joe Thompson up 22. Now Coulter Jr. trying to go everywhere. Man, oh man. Full send.
Keep an eye on that 8 car. I'm watching him here, and it looks like he's going to go for a run here to the front of the pack like he was earlier.
TJ's been really good about keeping himself clean for the long haul, and tries to be there at the end. We've talked him inside the broadcast booth, finishing inside the top 3 already this season. This is one of the perks of this series is that these drivers have really taken they really take hold of what they do.
So the 23 may hit the wall there, but Kober looked like he started about 10th or 9th, and he's already up to 6th, and he's still attacking there on the inside of the 14.
55.
He's rolling all over the front. TJ, man, come out.
3 wide. Corner exit. Ooh, 8 down to the bottom. 14 back here. Caution comes back out.
And that's going to be back towards the 20s. Yeah, I got the 24 there. Man. The 5 of Church, the 27, the 3 of Greg Whitehead, all back there in that wreck. Yeah, it's all back in pack wreck there.
Matt Magner jumping to pit road. He was a part of that. Chris Roberts, Robert Church. Here's a look at what happened. I want to say, oh, somebody hit the wall. That was Greg Whitehead. Something happened to Greg. Back up here. Oh, on the inside. Spicy went to the bottom side. Actually, it started from 7th and just ricocheted back. Spicy get to the back left quarter panel of the 3, and then the 89 into him, and then all of the drivers trying to slow down the 11, the 27 straight on nose damage. Everybody trying to break for this. This will go back here for Roberge. Everybody trying to back it down, and they are locked up. Oh, locked up. Way locked up. Devin Asuna, Greg Whitehead flipped up and over. Man, the 5 of Churchy down to the bottom. Here's Newbrow. Hopefully Newbrow was able to miss that. He stopped pretty quickly there. Let's take a look. There's Connor Hazel behind. Backing it down, backing it down, backing it down. Yeah, Newbrow doing the Newbrow things. Thompson able to miss that as well. Holy cow. All right. Well, Magner out of the race. Drivers getting repairs. Sam Benson, your race leader at 64 of 134. Fourth caution of the race for incident. Or third caution for incident, fourth caution of the race. Now they're getting a little bit more testy.
Yeah, they're starting to get pretty eager here. We're not even halfway through the race yet, Jason. It's starting to get pretty antsy. But that wreck was kind of one of those things, kind of a super speedway wreck, like you said. The 7 kind of traveled back, and when you're a super speedway, you kind of just gotta avoid running into it though. And like I got my controller up here on the screen, and I watched my controller just go bright red. Everybody was just clustered up together, and I was like, "There's something going on." And sure enough.
Big caution comes out. Several drivers involved. A lot of drivers were involved for less damage than you would think. Church took a little bit there, not too bad. Chris Roberts took a little bit of nose damage out of that. We'll see if his truck's going to have any kind of pain, but he looks fine. Devin Asuna as well, able to get that truck looked over. A little left rear damage, a little right front damage. Newbrow's been getting it worked on, getting it repaired every single lap. He's going to have a brand new truck by the time this one's over, and that's going to be courtesy of Chevy.
Doesn't sound like anybody is taking the claim for this one here. It's going to go to a peer review for this wreck here, guys.
It happens. It happens.
I'm excited to go vote on it. I want to see exactly what happened, Put my kind of 2 cents in there.
I leave it as soon as the race ends. That's when my opinion shuts off.
That makes sense.
So, it's one of the great things about this series, folks. It is peer reviewed, and they have what they call the honorary claim system. So if you think you caused an incident, you chime up and say, "Hey, that's my fault." You get an EOL during the race. There is a points penalty if there is a claim. Or if you don't claim it, and it goes to a peer review, I think it's 10 or 15 points. I can't remember what it is, but
15 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
Kind of.
And
there's like an EOL at the end. Yeah, EOL in the next race. Yeah. So. Now I made a mistake one time. I don't know. You were broadcasting it. I was in that beautiful 6 truck, and there was a wreck on the bottom of the track, and I thought I may have moved down and caused it. I was nowhere near. I was like, I'm already in the back. I'm going to claim it. Claimed it, went back, looked at it, and wasn't even close to my fault. I'm like, well, at least none of them are getting a penalty,
Mm-hmm. Mark Retchen in and out of pit road here. Took a little bit of a fuel top off. Rayburn doing the same thing. Robert's checking his tires, checking a little bit more damage, making sure he is good to go. Sam Benson will lead him to green with Brandon Banks to the outside. Burke, Krober, the next 2 rows. Hartung, Crownover, Wesley Strait, Rich Holland, Nathan Bigger, Jason Day be your top 10 as these drivers get ready to go back to green flag racing once again here at Las Vegas. As the nighttime has settled in, the trucks look fantastic. And oh man, if you want to be a part of it again, ChopShopRacing.net. Check it out next week. We're going to be going. We do some heavy racing next week, if I'm not mistaken. Bouncing.
Keep an eye on that 8. Keep an eye on that 8 car. He got up to 4th there. I got to see him get up to 2nd here, or even the lead, man. He has been moving through this field. Green. The 38 gets a great jump. Here is the 54 behind him. Getting into that bottom lane ahead of the 53. The 8 got into the bottom lane there. in fourth and making a great run off the corner. Nice file off here off of 2, but the 38 went low, trying to split that draft up. The 53 goes low with the 54 side by side, coming out of 4, the 53 with the advantage, but here comes the 54 with the run.
It is all about that draftability. Brandon Banks letting the race kind of hold on. Jeremiah Burke right behind him, or right in front of him here, as the 38, 53, 54 roll the corner. Big momentum here. Out of the corner exit, TJ Krober's going to be in fourth, Crownover in fifth. Every one of these drivers try to put has something on the line here. Getting another win is important for a lot of these folks, but one of the things that you're going to see out of this racetrack is that anybody has the advantage and anybody can win. Brandon Banks in third.
We are 3 by 3 back in the 20s back here for a minute, man. They are battling back in the back. Keeping an eye on the front here. The 53 battling with the 38. Looks like the 53's got to give the 54 a big bunt cake after this race. He is pushing him to the lead here. We've been watching it. He's just helping. It's got to be teammates, man. There's no other way.
53, 38. Burke to the outside now. 38 all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. You're seeing the 53 run his lane. 38 tried to roll all the way down, and that is not a place you want to be. That is not the 53's responsibility to give up that race line. Banks to the outside. 38 all the way to the bottom side. Fastest lap of the race ran 2 laps ago. Coulter Jr. 30.66. And he is coming places. He is moving right now up to 8th. As you see the 0-2 of Wesley straight to the inside. 0-1 of Nathan Bigger to the outside. 0-1-1. 0-2 and the 2 back in the field. Working the corner. Brownover in 5th. How about Joe Thompson up 23. The 12 in 14th. Having one of the best drives that he can have right now. Alex Thompson. Philip Caffrey going at it. Alex Thompson off the pace just a little bit here. Might be just trying to salvage and save and make sure that that truck doesn't run too hard. He's got a whole pack behind him as well. Caution sounds like it was going to come out there for a moment. We saw some looseness or heard some looseness on the racetrack.
And there was some, they're making contact for the lead here. The 38 and 53, the 54 is back to the bumper, the 53, the 8 helping the 38, 2 by 2, going through turns 1 and 2, coming out of the corner, going to float up the track. Is the 8 going to help him? No, the 54 is going to try to help himself, gets his own air there. It kind of just, everybody's starting to spread out here in this front pack. Nobody's really pushing anymore, but 53 and 38 are battling. Here comes the run for the 53. Can he lead this lap?
Burke is going to lead that one. He's going to do it by just a nose. Banks to the outside. Trying to get into the corner. Drop in. Have that natural race line. 53 is going to roll with the 38. 38 utilizing the bottom race line here, but the 53 gets the run back into the corner. This is something about this racetrack that you're getting used to seeing as the drivers get into it. Pack racing for the top 3 spots as they roll around. 2 by 2, second on back. Looks like Benson might actually lead this lap. He is going to. Benson, Burke, Krober, Banks.
That 53, every single time he comes off the corner, you see him come down to the 38, grab the side draft and try to grab the run. Is the 38 going to clear him here? No. The 53 is going to get the side draft again, make another run at it.
Not enough race pace, and you see Jeremiah there on the outside of the 38. It's going to have that run. Side draft off corner. The truck's starting to bog down. He's going to lead this. He didn't lead it. Benson actually led that lap with a big push from the 8. 54 trying to help clear these trucks. 8, 54 side by side. A little drift up for the 54. Maybe some net code contact there. As we'll see the 53 and the 38 go door to door here. 2 Fords out front.
That 54's tires are starting to fall off. He's been sliding up a lot. He's been overcooking them tires. He's been trying to get to the front so badly he couldn't get it. 38 clears the 53. The 53 is giving him some bumper. Looking low. Coming down here to turns 1 and 2.
One of the great things about these trucks is the culpability or the capability to get back into the run and get back at it. So as these two have burned their tires off, you're going to start seeing some of these other drivers back here starting to poke their head up. But Krober's been very patient. Banks has been very patient. And Now we'll see who's salvaged their tires. Colby Hartung still looking for his first win of the season after getting some great wins last season. 54 up in front of the 14. 14 drops to the corner. Is going to pull the draft of the 8. 14, 54 side by side. As the drivers 40 numbers apart. Ooh, baby, a little dicey out of the corner. Here comes the 55 of Crown over. And how about Michael Colton Jr.? Little nose cam action. He's still going places as well. 77 to 134. We're under 60 laps to go. Thank you to SpeedyTrophies.com. Folks, we're going to take a hydrate break. We'll be right back with you. The action is nonstop as they go. And these drivers rolling the corner, doing the best they can. We'll keep up with them as Stryker back from 12th. Looks to dig into the corner. Here's your exciting cams. We'll be right back. Whoa, maybe. Maybe not.
Man,
Hold on.
That almost got chopped up there for the lead. 38 running the outside with the 53. 53 digging on the inside. He got the lane he wanted. The 38 trying to make the run, getting pushed by the 8, going down to turns 1 to 2. The 38's trying to hug the bottom, but the 53 is hugging the bottom. The 38 gets a nice, good draft push from the 8, and is going to go back to the lead. The 53 quite didn't make it happen there.
Sam Benson still looking for a win here in the series as well. The 8 has, of course, the 8 of TJ Krober was your pole sitter. Burt goes back to 3rd. 14 of Colby Hartung rolling. Banks back to 6th here. This is a back-off situation. And I know, and they're running kind of hard and kind of pack racing up there. If you are any one of these drivers inside the top 10 right now, this is you've got to start figuring out your save. Where do you save enough? How can you save enough? And what do you put? Where do you put yourself? Rich Holland, another one of those drivers. Let's go to your driver cams one more time as Spicy rolls with Jason Day in front of him. There's the old 35 rolling to the corner. Top 10 night for him. Caution comes out as I was speaking too soon. Something happened with Rincon, Odell, something back here. Yeah, it looks that's pretty much where I'm saying Mark Odell seems to be where that happened. He's going to jump to pit road. Let's take a look. Ooh, the 28. Oh, Rincon was there, went to turn into the corner, got to the right rear of Mark Odell here. And that was exactly what that was. Jeremiah Burt goes to battle. I think everybody's coming in for tires. Maybe try to make it toward the end. We'll see. We don't, I mean, they could make it.
Man, the tires going to be screaming, man.
28 went to run the second lane. The 81, he thought the 81 was going to go down into that first lane and just did not. So the 81 gets right rear hooked. Don't do that, folks. That's dangerous. In every racetrack, whether it's sim racing or on the real world racetrack. We're going to take a hydrate break. These folks are going to be doing their thing. We're going to leave everybody on the exciting cam where it cycles through your drivers. Here's where it is. I do have to hydrate. I'll be right back. Lights are off with the pace car. We're going back at it here, folks. I had to step away for a moment there, so I do apologize about the delay. It's in. Hartung, Straight, Biggert, Rich Holland, TJ Krober. A lot of drivers ready to rock and roll here.
50
Go ahead.
laps to go. 50 laps to go here. Green. Go ahead, man.
They can make it on fuel. It'd be tough. It'd be really tough.
Pushing that clutch a little bit. You'll be fine.
Late in the run, maybe. I don't know. 50. I think they can run. So, in an official, 48 is the comfortable mark. 50 is doable. They are in the draft. Oh, I'm trying to wait for them to settle down. This one's been fun. It's fun chaos.
3 wide for 6 there for about an entire lap. The 53 fell back in the pack there quite a bit. Gonna find its way up to the top line there. We got the 8 on the bottom there. Keep an eye on TJ Krober there, man. He's been moving, and here he goes to make a move for the lead. Just as I say that, man. No, he's going to push the 38 and be trying to make a move.
2x2, 53-02, 8 to the outside. 02 is going to roll with him. There is Wesley Straight in the 02. Big dig into the corner. Outside lane for the 08, for the 8. 3 wide on the bottom. The lead is starting to get spicy.
A 53 coming all the way back from 6th or 7th. 3 wide on the bottom for the lead now. 38 in the middle, 8 on the top. Advantage to the 53. The 53, 8 side by side. Advantage to the 8. He's going to lead that lap. Headed down into 1 and 2, even.
Krober, Burke, Benson, Straight. It's going to be the drivers you see here. Burke will have the run on the outside. 53 on the inside. First, this is what happened to the 53 before. You're going to watch the tire advantage. How about Grady Sullivan running his fastest lap of the race? Big shout out to the 4, running a 31:01. Drivers taking their time, just trying to pick off some laps. Coulter Jr. a 30.77, fastest driver that last time by, and still owns the fastest lap of the race at 30.66. Battle for the lead still heating up here as a 53 to the inside. 8 side drafts down to the bottom into that second lane. 54 of Banks up in the mix now as well. Brandon Banks trying to move back forward as they roll down the back straightaway.
Yes, sir. Coming on the back straightaway into 3 and 4. The 53 hooking the bottom line. The 54 helping the 8. He said, I've helped the 53 enough tonight. Let's get the 8 to the lead and see if he can gain me a position instead. The 55 kind of just hanging out there, saving the tires, waiting for these guys to make a mistake.
44 laps to go this next time by as Krober, Burke, Banks, Crownover, Straight, Benson, Biggert, Hartung, all of them right there. How about Nathan Biggert back here? Just been salvaging the 01 to the 1, nose to bumper, bumper to nose as they dig the turtle scheme with old flip-flop as the 75. Oh, 75 down into the corner. That was almost a bad situation there as now the 1 goes to the inside, trying to roll the bottom side. 14 pulls corner.
And the battle for 10th is intense back there, my guys.
Brandon Porter, thank you for the like, sir. I tell you what, these drivers are putting on a show. We got shows all over the place here. How about Jerry Culver up 13, Joe Thompson up 21. Oh, baby, they're going around. Speaking of cautions, right there in front of us.
Oh, man. Somebody lost a bumper.
Joe Thompson took a nose hit there. Ryan was there as well. This was in 20th. That was right there in all of that glory. Holy cow. It was Caffrey, and then we were talking. I was just talking about this driver. That was Grady Sullivan running, starting to pick off some of his faster laps here at the 61 of Philip Caffrey behind him.
Oh,
Caffrey had a great run here out of the corner. Just got to the outside. Netcode City. Poor guy.
On that run, I noticed in 6th place now is a 38 of Benson, man. He had been up front this entire race. I think somebody did take tires on the last stop, my man, because he fell all the way back to 6th and was still following like a brick. just hanging on for dear life.
I think he was.
I gotta say,
I think he was saving fuel. No, you're good.
fuel saving fuel. Okay.
Actually, I take that back. He has yet to come to pit road. Now they're coming to pit road. TJ Krober, Jeremiah Burke, Brandon Banks, and Anthony Crowder came out on 81. That was part of what way I didn't go over. John Hammond came out on 81 as well. Try to make it on fuel. Try to do what they got to do. So right now you got 5 drivers who came out on 81, and now that we are a little bit later here in this run, and with this next caution coming out, you're going to get the majority of the field coming into pit road. Stryker came out on 81. Jason Day stays out. He came out on 82. Just trying to top up on fuel and do all that stuff. So now these drivers now are going to be back in 8th here. Going to have forward momentum on their side as tires and fuel work to their advantage. Fuel for Coulter Jr., Donna Williams as well.
This restart is going to be amazing. You've got you got 5 drivers on old tires, all right? They're about 13 laps old-ish, maybe a little bit older, about 10 laps, actually, pardon me. And you've got an entire pack behind them of brand new, fresh tires. The front of this pack is going to get really clustered at the beginning of this restart, and it's going to be some intense, exciting racing. I'm just so excited for that, man.
They've had a good tire advantage all throughout this run, and they've only ran about 5 green flag laps. So if the drivers that are out front right now killing their engine, saving a few things, they'll be just fine. As far as fuel goes, I don't think there's any question that we're going to be able to make it on fuel now. We're going to be under 40 laps to go when we go back to green flag racing. And these drivers are prepared for battle. And if we can get that green flag run in, that would make all of this good. Las Vegas Motor Speedway, as they are under caution, it is insanity as they work at it. I mean, I tell you what, these drivers are doing their job. They really are, and doing a great job. How about Newbrow? Oh, big shout out to this guy. He's killing it, man. I was looking to see who was going to be your lucky dog there. Yeah, I know. He's moving back forward. He's going places.
Yeah. Making that 6 car proud, man. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Who was your lucky dog there? Alex Thompson coming back to pit road. He is on there, maybe getting a little bit more damage taken care of. There's you want to take care of the truck as much as possible, and he's doing just that. Joe Thompson's had a phenomenal race, up 12 spots. Alex still up 6. He sits in 23rd here. Connor would have been your lucky dog there, I do believe. Stephen Hines on pit road. He came in just a moment ago, so he's taking getting quite a bit of that truck taken care of in that 89. Joe Thompson in the 12. Alex Thompson in the 16. Sit back here. The Thompson. I know they're not brothers. They're not even related, but I'm gonna call them the Thompson Bros because they're doing good things. He's had a great race. They both have had a great race. Probably their most improved race on the season. As Jorge Rincon, who was involved earlier, will cycle back forward. All good things. There's Churchy. He got a lot of his damage taken care of. The Cowboy Channel, who love to see Church get out there and have a good run. How about Roberge and Newbrow? Newbrow almost has a brand new truck. He has had so much damage repaired. And now this last time by, I think, was the first time I've seen him come to pit road without actually just have a normal pit cycle, as he took tires and fuel. And that truck looks like it is got some wall scrapes on the right side, but it looks pretty darn good. So
I think they replaced everything but the engine so far. So,
and at that particular point, he might as well have replaced the engine. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Up there in an 8th, we've got Michael Coulter Jr. That's the highest I think we've seen him all day in that one truck.
13 spots gained for the 1. The 01 not far off as well. Hayden Malcolm's going to be there on the outside on the restart here. Krober, Burke, Banks, Crownover. Pace car will dive in here as the fake Ford Mustang. It's pit road, 8:53, 54, 55. Green flag. 6 cautions for incidents here. 1 for stage. and go at it, man. Where do you think this one's going to lie? They got a lot of aggressiveness to get out.
Yes, sir. I think there's going to be an incident here with all these cars bunching up here, but I got a lot of faith in him. Cobra gets a great jump there. The car right behind him, the 54, goes along with him. The two cars on the inside, they fall. Hammond, oh no, that's not Hammond. That is Hammond. Immediately going to third.
I've been putting pressure on John Hammond for a hot moment to get himself in that victory lane on our platform. Caution comes out. I saw it in the back.
Figured.
Holland.
Nope.
Involved. We'll take a look and see what happened. Holland was there to the inside.
Anthony
he got free.
Is mad.
Oh, man. Oh, Spicy got free there. People checked up. Thompson checked up. Something happened to Holland there. Something happened to Spicy. I don't know what it was. I think it's just new tire. Maybe that new tire smell.
Yeah, he was just saying, he's like, yeah, I didn't expect the car to be so loose going to the corner, and he just lost it, you know. He didn't quite expect these cold tires to be that slick. But the track's been changing. It's been going more towards night. You got to keep your mind on that. Just like they did 2024, when you get to night with cold tires, you got to be super careful going into the corners.
Thompson had an off track once again. Let's see if he was able to avoid any of that damage. You had Church there on the outside. Everybody was checking up. There's Church on the right side of your screen there, folks, in the red truck. This is Alex Thompson here. They get out of turn 2 just fine. Thompson running to the bottom side of the racetrack. 16 drops into the corner. 5 down. 16 run to the bottom side. Nothing, no issue. And just, 74 into the 5. And the 5's going to get a black flag there. 16 able to avoid pit roads. So there's a change there. Church had him to jump to pit roads as well. Spicy out of the race, it does look like. 4 coming around is going to be your lucky dog, Grady Sullivan, back on the lead lap. Here on lap 97, these drivers now starting to put forth, lap 98, starting to put forth their best effort. They're starting to get more aggressive. TJ Krober, your race leader.
I got to keep my eyes on Hammond back there in the 75, man. Oh, he has old tires. I forget that. But keep an eye on him. He was working forward there. I'm pretty excited to see what he's going to do there. But Stryker, Michael Strickland, the first guy on new tires, I believe, back there in 5th. No, 6th, pardon.
Strickland looking to the inside. Not going to go to pit road there. TJ Krober. Hammond, I want him to win. I really do. He's won it in the Cup Series under the Chop Chop broadcast. He's finished inside the top 3 a couple of times here, but I'm still waiting for that win. He needs that big dub.
I gotta say, I'm pretty worried about him because if you look at this, he's on old tires. I gotta give all the credit to those guys who waited and took tires later, but these old tires did really good on that first run. But I think we're gonna get 10 laps into this next run, maybe 15, and I think that top 5 might fall off like a brick.
Well, they really haven't had the run yet, and I think that's where I look at the race line here and what these drivers are doing. I think if anybody is good with clean air, anybody that's good with tire management over the next 10 or so laps, even inside the top 5, there's a possibility that they'll be fine because the difference on tires roughly about 11 laps, and 7 of those now have been under caution. So we'll see. Only 3 laps really green. New tires are very, especially on a nighttime track. You don't give them time to warm up; they don't stick.
Yes, sir. I think that's why we didn't see the kind of the waves clash together here of new and old tires. We gotta wait a few laps for these things to heat up and get into their race shape.
MJ says, Striker, make sure you deliver another broadcast. Keep fantastic coverage from the broadcast. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Ryan says, my own flesh and blood killed your truck. He didn't mean to. He didn't.
So in the pits right now that are active, we've got Sullivan, Went in the 40 truck. Ryan Rent, he's the podcast man for the Chopping It Up podcast. Got Robert Church in the 5 car. He's sitting in P24 still. Quite a few cars on pit road. He is the first car on pit road right now he's the highest position sitting on pit road. So we got, and then the third. Who's that? Third?
23 drivers on the lead lap. Thompson trying to catch back up. He had to come to pit road just a little bit more there. It is insane. Grady Sullivan would be the next driver to look for the lucky dog. He's got a whole lot of nose damage. Connor, though, got the lucky dog this last time by. He is 2 laps down. Damiani 8 laps down to the number 23. Drivers are ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's pitter patter. Let's get at her. 34 laps to go as the pace car dives off.
Not as good of a jump as the last one.
On board Jason Day here as they continue to work. Day to the inside of the 55. 53 rolls the outside. 88 on the inside. John Hammond in third. We'll look at the 23. Anthony Damiani rolling the bottom side. His truck has been fixed. Now he just needs to get more spots.
Hammond working into second below the 54. They're going to hook behind the 8. He's probably going to get clear. Yeah, he's going to get clear off this corner here, and he's going to start working on the 8 for the lead. No, not quite. The run for the 54, not quite able to stave it off, but here comes Stryker right behind him and say, hey, buddy, I'm here for you. Let me give you a hand.
75 bounces the tires off the corner. 88 to the inside. 75 cleared for second. John Hammond, 5 spots gained up to second. Krober to the bottom side of the racetrack. 75 rolls the corner into the draft, down all the way to that second lane. Can he get the exit that he needs here as Strickland rolls backwards? Donnell Williams, fastest lap of the race, 30.63 for the number 2 truck.
And 75 trying to get to the side of the 8, and he does. He is to his side, but it's not going to do anything because off of this corner, the 8's going to be clear. The 54 into him. Oh, man.
They lean on each other there. Brandon Banks. Krober gets bump drafted from the 54. 75 back to the outside. 53 up in tow now. 8 delivering the best defense he can. Just hold his line. He's going to be up the racetrack. 75, the line taken away. 54 back to the inside. Krober all the way down to the bottom. Trying to control the better part of this racetrack is going to need to. 104 to 134.
54 trying to stay alive there on the bottom. No help behind him.
Big blink. Sorry. Go Rayburn.
Great big blink. Trying to get a run on the 8. He might get it here.
75 with a big push from the 53. New tires, old tires. There's a whole different tire strategy happening. How about fuel? That's going to be a concern. Maybe not anymore. Think about what they can run, and I tell you what, they are stalling out behind the 8. The 8 drops into the corner. Going to take that second lane. 54 with a big head of steam here with the 02. 75, big shove coming as they bump draft down the back straightaway.
You could see Hammond was like, maybe 3 wide, maybe 3 wide. Didn't quite do it. He's like, I'm going to hang out here, try to get myself clear, and then I'm going to make a move on you.
875, 54 up the race line. Inside line side draft. 8 down to the bottom side. 75 clear. 1, 2, 3 go to the drivers. Krober again out front. Big look at the long race line they have. 8's going to run the bottom side. 75 to the bottom. 53 back to 6th now as we start seeing these drivers who are trying to save a little bit dig the corner. 54 back to the high side is going to go with the 8. Lap traffic coming up for TJ Krober. Hammond on the inside trying to lead.
He might clear him here off the corner. It's going to be close. He is clear, but the run from the 8 gets to that quarter panel. No, he's clear. Securely in the lead, John Hammond.
75, 54. Trying to take the inside. Brandon Banks has Krober to the outside. Krober, the last thing Krober wants to be doing is trying to lead or try to battle here. He's really good at the long run. We watched him do it earlier. About halfway through his run, the tires start to fall off for him a little bit. Then he backs up his corner and he goes back to work and tries to take over the lead. We watched him finish. We watched him get inside that P2 spot earlier in the run when they had that long green flag run. 26 laps to go to be 25 this time by. We've had 8 cautions. There you go. And right now the 8 back to the outside. 0-2 of Wesley Straight on the run. 75 back to the inside. The momentum to the outside here as these drivers go to work. Top 20. A whole lot happening.
Yes, sir. 1 and 2. The fight is amazing. Hammond to be able to kind of keep himself up there with no draft. The 0-2 kind of trying to serve his own desires. You can see him peeking and wanting to go places.
Caution comes out. Oh, 88 going around. Jason Day going around. John Hammond. DJ Krober. I think Krober's your race leader here. He had the lead right there. There's a 38 and the 14. Oh, bump. Oh, the 14 bumps the 38. And the 52 goes around. That's what happened there. Jason Day backwards on the racetrack. 14 trying to bump draft that line. Go back one more time here. Wait. Colby Hartung going to work his way forward. He gave a big bump to the 38 on the corner. It's just like this. I'm going to corner exit on the front straightaway. It's in line, and he's right there with the 38. Go chase here as he delivers right about here. He hits him pretty square, but maybe a little bit to the right side. It's him right there, and it just barely rubs him the wrong way. And Benson gets into Jason Day, and the ricochet effect happens. And
everybody coming to pit road here.
Oh, I believe it. Nathan Biggert might stay out, though.
Yeah, the 01 staying out.
Yep.
Biggert. Yep, you're on the money there, my man.
Thompson, Newbrow, Brian Rayburn. Yeah. Give it a 97. Rayburn's going. He's going to stay out.
The Pope's going to be fine. He's going to stay out there and get it done.
44 of Connor Hazel becomes your lucky dog. Go ahead.
Yes, I did say the Pope. Rayburn is the Pope. That is his nickname apparently now. It was coined to him 2 days ago by Stryker. Had a lot of fun out there in the chat.
Love it. Alex Thompson came in on 98 as well. He is having a good rebound day here. He's trying to let things calm down for him. Under 25 laps to go here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to lap 134. We should have... Oh, man. Be 20 laps to go. We could have that... have a giant strategy race happening here. Thompson's been to pit road 10 times to get that truck worked on. Ryan Rayburn as well. Newbrow leads the field on times to pit road at 12. But he's got a brand new truck, and he's sitting in third. He's been able to keep up, too. Nothing wrong with that. Track position is key. Now it gets interesting. You ain't lying, Josh. You ain't lying, sir.
Hammond's going to be the first person on fresh tires. You see the 02 there in front of him. He is actually in I just had his position. I just lost it.
Jason Day on pit road getting some repairs done. What's going on, Josh? Good to see you. Thank you. Brad Duff, thank you for the like, sir. Appreciate you. Much love. I think the alerts are delayed. I see all the stuff out there. Brandon, thank you. Kelly, thank you very much. Kelly Coulter, Nathan Dillard, thank you. James Gresham, thank you. Sandy Young, thank you very much. Mutala again, Card 744, thank you. Alex, thank you for the like and the share, sir. Pro Rev Esports, thank you so much. Ricky, of course, being a legend. Josh, thank you as well. Big Brad Dove, what's good? Everything's good. You guys are all amazing. You're all absolutely amazing. Every one of you. Thank you so much to everybody being out there. Tuesday night truck series action, knocking it out of the park. And thank you for the shared. SpeedyTrophies.com. Go to Speedy. I got to plug the sponsor. We've done less of that today.
Just tell me to shut up. It's okay. I deserve it.
SpeedyTrophies.com for all of your trophy needs, actually. Now, they don't just do trophies, but they do plaques, they do certificates, they do custom engraving. If they don't have something built on their website, they can build it for you. Make sure you go check them out, of course. SpeedyTrophies.com. Mr. Dean, what do you say, man? Good to see you as well. Winston Throwback Series tomorrow night. Chop Shop Truck Series will be back next Tuesday night. They're going to be running New Hampshire, so we're going to be we'll be changing the track style once again.
Oh yeah, little mile racetrack, flat as can be. Now under pit stops here, you heard me say Hyman's the first one on tires. Well, that's completely false. We had some tire strategy here: 2 tires, 4 tires, all kinds of things. This track, this field is going to get jumbled. We're going to see some great 3-wide action with all the different strategies going on here. It's going to be a blast. Lights are off on the pace car.
They come around the back straightaway. Top 5 drivers right now. Joe Thompson up 35 spots in second. Alex Thompson up 24 in fifth. Your race leader, Nathan Biggert, leading some laps here, is going to be up 10. Newbrow up 14. Brian Rayburn's going to be up 4. And there is still a lot of racing left to go here. Drivers are giving a 111. A lot of them taking tires. The drivers inside the top 5 right here, they might not have a set of tires. Actually, I think Nathan Biggert does have a set of tires. But I think he thinks track position's more important right now than 19 lap fresher tires, with about half of that ran under caution. So we'll see what happens. We're going to go back to green flag racing here as the biggest pythons in all of iRacing give you the massive green flag here on the front straightaway.
Already 3 wide going into turn 1 there. That's for 5th or 6th.
Rayburn on the high side, 16 to the bottom. Brandon Banks, Newbrow side by side. Teammates ready to go.
4 wide, the 16 gets punched by the 8, collecting the 74.
Big one happens. Alex Thompson involved, having one of his best races.
That 4 wide, you just can't hold on to it. I think the situation that went on there, I think a driver didn't know they were 4 wide and was like, hey, this is my track. And in all reality, he needed to be farther down and didn't quite realize that track was fuller than he thought it was.
16 running the second lane. Here's the 8 to the outside. 74's there. 53 puts him 4 wide on the back straightaway. Wow. Yeah. I mean, Alex came up a little bit right there, but that is a gutsy move. 89 involved. And all because of a 4 wide situation. That is dangerous in every regard. Burt goes to the inside. 8's there as well. 74 of Rayburn. There, you can do more with fresh tires if you have a green flag run. And, I mean, Thompson's trying to set up for the corner. He's got somebody to his inside. There's nothing that he can do in that situation.
So it's super interesting. If you that was where the field was crashing with all the different strategies, and so it's just all bunched up with all the strategies. People falling back, people going forward, and that's in the end, the strategy is what caused the caution.
Man, oh man! I mean, new tires are new tires. If Thompson didn't have another set of tires, he's laying in his bed. That's what he had to do there. So
yes, sir.
I'm all for him. If he didn't have another set of tires, then I'm all for it. You know, run where you need to run. If you're in 5th, you're running there. But he held his line, other than a little bobble there. But he was trying to set up the corner, and they have a 4 wide situation there. That's not necessarily the greatest thing. And what's a shame about that is the 8 was involved in that as well, and TJ having one of the best, having a great race and having all of that extra incentive to be able to move forward and be able to run the racetrack. Kobe Hartog on pit road, Hayden Malcolm on pit road, Grady Sullivan back on pit road as well. Damiani waiting his turn for a lucky dog. And guess who's only one lap down right now? Mr. Connor Hazel. He might be able to compete for some positions here pretty soon. This one's seen quite a few cautions here. I thought it would have ran a little bit more green. We had a lot of green flag runs earlier. But sometimes we talk about it in the past. Cautions breed cautions. And, got to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, we got to be patient. Now you can't really be patient. I mean, there's 17 laps to go in this race. There's no being patient.
No claim on that caution there, and I gotta agree with that, man. There was so much going on there. It's hard to know who was at fault, right?
The only thing that I would have said is that Alex set himself up for the corner a little bit, so he came up just a touch. However, he should not have been in that situation. It should not have been 4 wide there. There's that's the change that I see there. However, peer
review. We'll have to see, man. I know we'll talk again before we race again, and so we'll have to say, hey, how'd the peer reviews go? And we'll go, hey, that makes sense. Or I really think that one might be boiled down to a racing incident, but we'll have to see what I love that about this league. Peer review was genius. I gotta say, that was beautiful.
I mean, it'd be worse. Joe Thompson up 35, though. He's been doing just fine. Yeah, same situation, different restart. 01 to 12, all came out on 92 and 93. Newbrow came out on 92. He's back in 5th right now. Rebounds to a top 5 so far. John Hammond could be available to go places. He's going to restart on the outside of Michael Newbrow here. And
keep an eye on that 54 of Brandon Banks and the 53 of Jeremiah Burke, man. We saw him battling earlier. Hey, and don't forget, you also got Hammond back there in the 6th position. So you got all kinds of front runners still up there that have been leading parts of this race, and it's going to be so exciting, man. It's just, you see all these strategies work out with the tires and stuff. You cannot help but get excited because you're about to see a show, man. It's about to get exciting. So it's hard not to get super excited.
First race here with different kind of strategy, different kind of this is not the norm. This is not what we see. We don't see a lot of cautions determine the race, and right now aggressive is going to be if you think you've heard me say aggressive in the past, it's about to crank up to 10.
Yes, sir. Nail your seats down. We got 15 more laps to go. It's going to be some excitement. Do not move.
Green flag. Adminbox.com. Use promo code SHOP as they continue to run this one. I would be thrilled to see outside line didn't get the restart, but watch the 12 here. He's going to be a sit and duck on corner exit.
Here comes 53, just like you said, all the way to the bumper. 54 fighting to the inside of the 01.
Ooh, 3 wide. John Hammond in the middle.
Nice call by the 6.
Newbrow backing out of that one, saying, I'm good. Let's just finish this race.
Yes, sir. Well fallen, just like you said, the 01 trying to fight the 54, getting to the bottom. I think that it's not going to happen. The 54 is going to pull away on corner exit. Does the 01 have enough tires?
Brandon Banks, Nathan Big.
No.
Oh, Banks down in front of him. Banks saves, but gets into the 01. Caution will come out again. This one, oh man, Banks creamed in the middle of the corner. Check your motion rigs. Check your pants. Wow.
Man, this is so excited. I gotta say, the wrecks aren't fun, but it's kind of funny. The 01 and the 54 were getting into it there, and the 54 kind of got out of control there and ended up like 5 seconds later, back into the 0-1. It kind of wrapped itself together there towards the middle of the caution. Then it carried all the way back.
Brandon Banks takes the lead here, middle portion. This is where it happened. This happened up front. So Banks there, the 0-1 in the draft here, goes to I think he goes to drop in the corner early. Oh, and the 54 just out of the gas earlier, and just bad situation. How about Jeremiah Burke and John Hammond out front on the 89, not able to avoid that one. Man, oh man, with Stephen Hine here. 54 had his brakes held. Got to go in the cockpit view here because this is telling as well.
You got 12, 01, 38, and 1 all coming in pit road here. Sorry, go back to you.
Oh, baby. Oh, he tried. I believe the 14 was hard on the brakes there, and Stephen Hine had a Yeetus Deletus moment there, trying to brake uphill. He was locking up the brakes. Maybe just looking forward. Goes to drop in the corner here for his line, and then all of a sudden there's a big break from Colby Hartung, and then he is braking, trying to miss, and there's the 54, Brandon Banks. Ouch. And all the parts and accessorize.
Is that how you say that?
So I said, what's up, Papa Bear? Mr. Campbell, how are you doing? It's been a long time since I've seen you out there. How are you doing, sir? Much love. Oh, man. Okay.
So the 01
Take 10.
The 01 is taking blame for that incident.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sounds like a situation kind of like I was in a few races ago. He's taking it just to make sure that no one else gets the peer review penalty. That's what it sounds like to me. It may have been his fault, but he's saying, hey, I'm just going to take this. Let's try to, be a friend to everybody else in that incident. Let's not take it a peer review. We got plenty going already.
I think it was Nate's fault. I think it's a good claim. But then again, it could be considered a racing incident, depending on what people think. I think just a little bit. Nate set up his corner here on older tires with the 54 setting up to back up the corner. 54 goes to get into the corner to drop in. The 01 didn't start turning in just yet. He gets to the back bumper of the 54. And then the 53 doesn't help that situation right there. So that's unfortunate. Unfortunate.
It sounds like he's saying, I'm going to take this in case it is my fault so it doesn't go to peer review.
I mean, yeah, I'd do it. I mean, if I thought at all that was my fault.
Oh, yeah. You're already in the back. Just take it and move on, Yeah. Rather than get the 15-point penalty in the EOL in the next race, You're already in the back. Just take it,
Let's do this. Let's go back to Nate here. He is getting some damage repaired. So he did take some damage. So let's go.
12.
Let's go back here. Yeah, his wheel wasn't turned in right there. I don't know. Jeremiah Burke, your race leader, took a little bit of damage there. John Hammond able to scoot around as well. He was able to miss the majority of that. Grover, crown over your front rows. So things have cycled forward. Biggest move of the race is going to be Chris Roberge in 10th, up 22. Coulter Jr. in 5th, up 17. Jorge Rincon rebounding here in the number 28. He's up 18. And Alex Thompson back to 14th. Come on, Alex. Let's go, buddy. Let's finish the race. You got this. We're under 10 laps to go to be 8 this when we go back to Green Flag Racing here. And we'll see John Hammond up on the high side. Fuel's a big concern, but not the biggest concern.
Yep, going to be coming to less than 10 to go when we go green. 9 to go when we go green. So Hammond on the top. We got Jeremiah Burke on the bottom in the 53 with Colber in the 8, gonna go to push him there. Let's see how good of a jump the 53 gets here, and peels off the pace car. He does.
Burke, Hammond, Krober, and Crownover. Green flag. Whoa.
What a jump. That was beautiful.
Little sketch for the 75 there on the restart. 8 clears. 55 of Crownover back to the inside. Here comes Michael Strickland right behind him, Coulter Jr. Keep an eye on John Hammond. It's not done. 9 laps to go to be 8 this time by. Robert's in 10th. Culver up 19 as well. Jerry Culver moving places. 45 of Devin Asuna up in the run as well. How about Donnell Williams? He's up 8. Everybody moving forward.
Keep an eye on that 88. He's got fresh floor. Look out for him.
75 back to the inside. Crown over there up on the high side. Hammond trying to clear. It's back into the middle portion of this one. 8 to the outside. Samir, thank you for the like. Much love.
The 8 get the side draft on the corner on the 53. No, not really. He's kind of peeling away. The 75 forced him not to go anywhere, but the 8's got a decent run off the corner, so he's going to get almost up and even with him coming down into turn 1. 75 pushing the 53 of Burke.
88 goes
out
around.
of control. The 88 of Stryker catches it. Stryker with a great catch.
A great save from the 88 there. He was stuck in a rock and a hard spot as the 13 goes to the inside. What in the world?
Oh, no. Stryker going backwards. That's no good.
Far chase this one. Michael Strickland slow on the course. Actually, we're just going to rewind it from here.
I think we got a little hit there into Stryker, maybe. Maybe it all kind of got like humbled up. We'll have to see there.
Yeah, the 88 bobbled on the bottom of the racetrack there, and then that a great save by he and the 1 of Coulter Jr. And then right here they go 3 wide. A Netcode City brings the 6 up into the 88 there. That's Michael Newbrow. Newbrow had a ton of speed, and he was destined to finish this race.
I hope he gets back on track, man. He's had tons and tons of tribulation, but I hope he can get back on track, my man.
Yeah, 88 gets split here with the 98 and the 6 on the outside. The 6 tries to set up the corner, but Netcode doesn't help any of that right there. So he and Stryker both. That was almost a clear. All right, well, we're going to have National Green White Checker duplicate. Jason Day involved. Man, oh man.
The 6 taking the claim there. Now, you got to keep in mind, the system they have here is each claim you do, you get an X. That is his second, maybe third claim of the race. So, if you get, I think it's 5 X's in 3 races, I think you get go fishing for a week, possibly. I'm not quite sure what the penalty is, but you got to stay under those 5 X's. So keep an eye on him. He's got 2 claims this week.
I don't let that one go to review. Even inside the truck, being 3 wide right there, trying to split a slow truck, I probably would have let that one go to review.
Yeah,
that's on me though. I mean, that's what I would have done. Does Mike
Especially
feel like
he have one?
Yeah, but does Newbrow feel like it's his fault? I mean, maybe I could see that.
Yeah.
But there's so much like Netcode right there was a big deal. Like, I still think he can make the turn in. I think Stryker can make the turn in. Even as side by side, but iRacing said they connected. How about Jeremiah Burke, DJ Krober, John Hammond, your top 3? And Anthony Crown over Wesley Strait. Coulter Jr. is going to be in 6th. Yeah, the issue with Stryker, I mean, he got tight on the bottom side of the racetrack, and just checked up his truck, and Coulter unable to avoid that. So I don't know, maybe just racing deals. I don't know. These are good, fun, great things. We got some cautions here today.
Hey, every race can't be caution free, man.
But they very rarely go past the 2-hour mark. That's for sure. So these guys they've been putting in the work today. They've been putting in the work. We are 2 hours, 15 minutes in the stream. We're 1 hour, 49 minutes into the race. And you know that they're trying to finish the race, and they're trying to give themselves that extra drive line. They need that green flag run to really give themselves the momentum to be able to make. Now we're going to see an aggressive move again. I mean, they have three attempts of a green white checkered. Is also on board. I don't know. We'll see. What would you do? Who would you wreck to win? Don't tell me.
I'd definitely wreck the 53. I mean, sorry. No, I would never wreck anybody to win. I mean, my bad. Sorry.
I'd put a bumper to somebody to get them loose, but I wouldn't wreck them. I
think I'd wreck them, honestly. I'd straight up dump them. I've never got a league win before, man. Come on. I'd dump them, man.
He'd wreck your mom. Brad says I'd wreck my mom.
I'd wreck my mom. I'd wreck Dale Jr. Heck, I'd wreck Mark Martin for the win, man. I actually probably wouldn't do that one. I'm not Joey Logano. I couldn't do that to him.
A Daytona 500 win, I'd turn somebody. But I do it I don't know. I do it right way. The right way. I don't know. I do it
the right way, so you can't get in trouble that way. The way,
I would
the way
do
where
it.
You're like,
I would do it to the point where they're wrecking to the infield, closer to the grass, without flipping their car. I don't know. There's no right way to wreck at a super speedway.
You can't control that. It's a super speedway.
Sure you can. We've watched it happen all the time. We've watched it happen all the time. Big dump and run. Yeah. At a short track, like if I were racing Martinsville, I'd bump into somebody for a win. That's easy.
I don't know if I'd bump into someone for the win at Martinsville. I think like, hey, I gotta move. I get to move and run at that point, man.
Oh no,
that's just normal there.
For last lap, I'm sending it into 3 and 4.
All right, you can see here.
If I'm P2, I'm gonna bump you.
The 75 is right on the bumper to 53 here. He is ready to get going here. There's a gap between the 55 and the 8. That bottom line is gonna get launched here. Watch this.
Big bump.
See, look at that. Look at that. Perfect bump, perfect timing. Gives Stryker the advantage to get to second here, and the 53 is gone. Now Hammond's just got, oh, did I say Stryker? Pardon. John, just got to get clear here and make a move here. Come into the last lap.
Natural green-white checkered attempt, 75-53. The 8 of Krober has had a great race. How about Wesley Straight there to the bottom side? They need a white flag here for the final lap. Can they make it around? John Hammond to the back bumper, 53-75. Final lap waves here at Las Vegas. It's been eventful. 75 drops into the corner, 53 in the middle lane, 75 back to the bottom side. Hammond trying to get the victory. Down into the bumper, 75 back to the outside. Krober there as well, 53 there to block. Can John Hammond get enough momentum into the corner to be able to make this pass on the exit? I don't think he's got it. But I do think that Jeremiah Burke gets the victory here at Las Vegas. Hammond second, Krober third. It's so close for John Hammond. Wow. Now that's how you end a race.
I think we had a wreck at the very back there at the end, I think. Because the checkered flag got thrown early. I don't know if you noticed that.
Wasn't on me.
Yeah, so the 88 was in it. And maybe, yeah, there was a couple of guys in it. There was a wreck right on the last lap there, Jason. Burn it down, 53. Mr. Jeremiah M. Burke wins at Las Vegas, my man. That beautiful Ford Performance 53, Ford F-150, man. Rip it up.
Phoenix, Arizona, the 53 runs for All-Star Racing. Here is your race results. Burke, Hammond, Krober, your top 3. Wesley Straight, Anthony Crownover, your top 5. Coulter Jr., Rincon, Rayburn Culver, Joe Thompson, your top 10. Devin Asuna, Nathan Biggert, Donna Williams, through 13th. Hazel, Hartung, Benson, Alex Thompson in 17th. He's going to be the last driver on the lead lap as Michael Strickland finishes 1 lap down in 18th. Man, oh man. What a race that. That was fun. That was definitely fun. Dave finishes 21st. 23 finishes in 24th. Brandon Banks finishes 23rd. And oh man, a lot of cautions in this one. And it extends a lot of things. Magner, Brandon Porter back to 35th and 36th. There are the issues for those drivers. Thank you to Paul, aka the Penguin Meister, aka the man, the myth, the legend, for the race control tonight. Hopefully that turned out really well. You couldn't go anywhere. I know, man. Ford P1, go John. I was right. You have no clue how bad I'm rooting for John Hammond every single week to get. I know it's kind of bias. Let me get rid of that one. Sorry. It is kind of biased, but I don't care. I'm rooting for John. However, we can't knock it down. They had a great battle happening all race long, and it's been a great race to be able to call those kinds of things. And the guy who needed the restart here did so very nicely. Jeremiah Burke gets the old win here. Dude, you have been. You had to put that truck in places where the truck didn't want to be put.
Hey, I don't think anybody wanted that thing in some of the spots it was, but I didn't touch anybody. Well, I mean, I touched a couple people, but I don't think I caused anything. So it's just these guys are so hard to race against. It's just an incredible talent through the field. I haven't even finished a damn race this season, so I mean, I knew I had to get the track position somehow. And this one means a lot. That was a tough race. It was hard fought. Glad I was able to battle John out and TJ there at the end and come home with it.
Tell you what, it was action packed. A lot of cautions, a lot of things that went towards that. If it had gone toward the green flag run, we still see you guys having that I wouldn't say tire advantage, but maybe trying to save your tires a little bit, trying to save the truck. Even though it drives like a super speedway, it does eat up very much the right front and the right rear of this truck because of how the banking progresses. You guys are on the racetrack. We watched you guys deliver in that second lane on the long green flag runs just as well as you did on the bottom.
Oh yeah, it was like my strategy at first was to try to save, hope we went green, and then once I saw that we were going to trend towards the cautions, then I just ran it as hard as I could. It kind of with the new, I think this is the first time I've ran here since we've done the new update model.
Mm-hmm.
And you could feel it, like the lanes would get hot, just so the top would be the way to go for a minute, and then it would get hot. You go back to the bottom till the bottom got hot, and then you'd have to go back to the top, and then it kind of made for you had to guess, kind of figure out where it was going to go, and then you'd see it because we could run side by side. Then the bottom would get an advantage, and then you go down there, and then the top would get an advantage, and there was a lot of thinking going on tonight on where you needed to be, where you needed to position the truck. I almost wanted to take the top there on the restart, and I don't know why. I'm glad I didn't because I think it worked perfectly. There's a lot of thinking, tire strategy, the fact that we only needed 2 sets, which is so having an extra set here is usually unheard of in this league, and trying to figure out when you're going to use that set compared to everybody else, and everybody kind of had a 10 lap area either way of where they wanted to go, and I'm glad I was on the right side of the strategy tonight, and yeah, I'm gonna need a break after that one.
You drove your butt off, man. Bryant, anything for Jeremiah here?
Jeremiah, man, you made yourself up front towards the end of that race, and you looked great, man. You had a few different battling partners. Who was your favorite person to battle with? Because I know you get along with these guys, you just have a ball. Who was the funnest person to ride along with here?
So honestly, TJ was really fun because I mean we kept getting 0x incident points because we were touching. Sam Benson was pretty fun. We kept touching. John had me jacked up through 1 and 2 on that last lap, and I'm like,
Oh man.
and we're in Discord together, so he's just like, you better hold on, and he's pushing his ass off, and I'm like, okay, here we go. And I knew I needed to tug that thing down to the left and make sure I stayed on the white line because I did not want him under me going into 3 and 4. I figured if I could get to 3 and 4 on the bottom and just hold it wide open, then it was on him and TJ to figure out what they were going to do with me coming off 4. And it kind of worked out. I got a little bit of breathing room there, and yeah, it was. But yeah, so John was definitely right there at the end. Got my heart pumping. But John, TJ, the 54. I don't know who's in that truck, but he was racing.
Yeah.
He was racing hard. Yeah, Brandon Banks was racing
He's
really
new.
hard too. Is he? Okay, so yeah, it was.
He's not new to Signature Esports. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that'll make you earn it, and a lot of talent. So you guys, the fact that you guys were able to race the way that you were was pretty killer. That's the way I look at it. Banks, Newbrow, I mean, you got to look at your strength of field here. I mean, your strength of field, clashes around the 2,800 mark. So like, it's huge. You get 3,000, 4,000 I-rated drivers out here, and a mix, a spattering of drivers that are around the 1,500 mark. That's 1,500 to the 1,100 mark. That's a tough field, and it's a big field.
Oh yeah, it makes it really tough around here, especially around here. Because you're wide open, so you got to have good arcs and good lines and everything through the corner. Well, everybody knows that, so you can't really take advantage of anybody. It's just who's doing it just a little bit best, and then honestly, I think it just all comes down to aggression right there at the end. It's just who's going to be more aggressive. I was glad there I didn't have any substantial front end damage. I was able to hold off. I don't know if I'd have held it off on the long run because when I think the 54 and the 01 got together, I got into it a little bit, but able to hold on.
It looks all right. Got a little crinkle.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Little crinkle, right about there.
We'll take it.
Middle of the screen.
We'll post some pictures of it on the Discord, and we'll enjoy this one. This is a good win.
It's worth it. Jeremiah, give you shout outs, man. You got a victory.
Shout out, of course, you guys for putting on this great broadcast, of course, as usual. Stryker and John, great league. Everybody on Discord with Wint and Raybird and all them. That's a blast. All-Star Racing. Everybody over there that Albert, Larry, Jack, Nick, all of them help me out every week to be the best driver I can, and of course Lori and everybody over there too. It's a blast having these couple communities that I get to race with every week, and just have fun and let's do this again next week.
And Haley Deegan. Haley.
Heck yeah.
Haley. I love her. I wish she would marry my son, so then I'd have, it's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, now Ford Performance. I love the truck. That's the only Ford I like in the entire NASCAR sector is Haley Deegan, just so everybody knows. And now, Jeremiah Burke, congratulations once again, man. I look forward to seeing you guys. We're going to go to New Hampshire next week. It's going to be bumpy.
Heck yeah, we'll see you there. Hopefully I get to talk to you in the broadcast booth again.
Love to hear it, man. 73 comes home as your victor here, and we'll let him have at it. Let's go talk to that's that guy. Yeah, that second. Woo! Yeah, that one on stream. That did happen. Holy cow.
Jason, I was sitting there going, I'm bringing this one for Jason, dude.
I
messed up.
I'm the most biased when it comes to you. I want you to win.
I messed up. I should have won that race. I messed up. And I was trying to shove him so hard to get him loose, and I got him loose. And then when I went for the move, I should have just right off the rip, as soon as I was clear of third place guy or second place guy, I should have just drag raced him on the outside because I had a better truck. I would have eventually got him, but I just wanted to do it the old Dale way, man. Just rattle his cage, get him loose, and I did, man. But he did a hell of a job hanging on to it because I was like him, white on rice, man. I was like, come on, I'm winning this son of a gun for Jason. Let's go.
Dude, man, I've been waiting. Now we're in a P2 spot. Okay.
We're close. We're creeping.
When I saw you have that long run pace, and that was probably the biggest note that I took early on. And if this thing had ran green,
Oh God, I wanted it green flag all the way, and I'm winning all day. I had the wrong truck.
And we watched you pick your spots, and it's so hard here with Vegas. We saw 3 and 4 wide racing all over the racetrack. This one took its toll on where the drivers needed to be, and it seemed like it was very hard to judge for some of the racing here. Who was actually going to be 3 wide there. I don't know. It seemed like the race line was ever evolving, ever changing. I know Jeremiah touched on it. And you had to pick your lines and you had to pick your spot the right way. And today it seemed like that's what you were doing. It was like this was like the perfect opportunity for you to shine.
You're right. It was, I would say 70-30. 70% you had to pick your spots. 30% you had to just bully your ass in there. You had to, because it was so tight and so many runs and little runs, not these like monster runs you see on plate trader. I'm talking these little runs, and if you're not privy to it happening, you're going to get dumped into the wall because that slight little run on the outside, they would get you every time. And then if you go to slide up in front of them, like a couple guys slid in front of me, and I just let them know that, hey, I'm not lifting, and I just shove them down the track and usually shove them up where they don't want to go, and then I just get right underneath them. So it was a battle of survival. And you just that last caution with Bigger and those guys, I checked up, and then I seen the hole open, and I just dropped the hammer and went right through it. And I was like,
"That's how you clear yourself and take a breath."
Yeah, and I know the leader Burke, he got into it a little bit, and he had a little bit of damage. That's where I think I messed up. I should have just tried to outrace him instead of trying to bully him. Mm-hmm. But it was so much fun bullying. I'm always the one getting bullied, so it was fun to do it. It was a fun race. I wish there wasn't that many cautions, but I anticipated that much cautions just because you not only had this was wide open, but you also got to know how to race. You got to know where the runs come from. You got to basically know where to be and when to be to avoid it. And that's what I did tonight. There was some, there was that 4 wide. Well, it was 4 wide and 3 wide with Thompson. I felt that was, I just backed off that. I was like, that is not turn 1, first corner, right off the caution was probably not the move to make. You would have got him later, but I benefited from it because hell, he took out half the field, that incident, not just him, that incident. So yeah, you just had to pick your spots. I methodically made my way through it. I changed my race strategy 3 times in the race. The first one, I was burning off a set right off the rip. And then after the first stop, I was like, I'm going to save. Mm-hmm. That was stupid because I just went way to like 15th. And I'm like, dude, there's no sense of saving because there's going to be a caution. So I can cool them down then. And then I just turned it back on. Yeah, if it was state green, I'd probably win the race this one time. But hey, accidents happen. Yeah, it was fun. But the whole time I'm sitting there on his butt going, Jason, I know you're in here with me, buddy, and we're gonna get it.
You should have heard me, man. Well, you'll go back and you'll listen. You'll hear it, man. I was like,
I go, I know he's in here, man. I know he's got his hands on the wheel.
I've never felt more of a controller driver right there than like, how you lean with your drivers and you're like,
I know Jason's sitting here every turn. He's got the throttle on he's pushing a fake throttle, man.
I'm like and try not to call it that way. And folks, I'm as unbiased as they get. Like if John dumps somebody, I'm going to say John dumps somebody. If John gets dumped, I'm going to say John gets dumped. But it has been 2.5 years of you being there.
You gotta have favorites. You do it well.
You've been so close on so many occasions where I'm like, he's going from the back to the front 90 times. He's been through the hell, and then like it's coming. And then I talked about it earlier. I was like, you got a league win with the Cup Series, and it kind of irritated me. So like,
I'm telling you, Jason, it's coming, dude. It's coming. Ever since that win, a switch has turned on to where I don't know if it's. I do care because I want good racing, but I don't dude, I'm gonna put my nose where I think my skill level is, and my skill level says I can put my nose anywhere on this track. And that's what I started doing. Before I was like, I'm hoping for a good race. So I was always giving away, hey, go ahead, man. I just want good racing. Well, you can have good racing and hard racing, and that's what I'm doing now, and it's showing.
And that's what you're looking for, and that's what I look for. I know, and we talk about it all the time. You know, we discuss time limits, and we discuss, you know, what kind of racing we want. And I've always said that cautions are going to happen. Egregious cautions are the ones that I don't like. The ones who just they're negligent about where they're trying to put the car. When you guys are bumper to bumper and you're trying to get into the groove, and cautions breed cautions. It does happen. Las Vegas is a track that happens as well. Kansas, we see that happen. We see it on most 1.5 mile tracks if it runs like this does. But with this new package that iRacing has delivered, you guys have really put in the time and the effort to kind of hone your own craft. And you know what, getting that victory, you're talking about getting that victory. And this is something when I was listening to that podcast that you were on, I was like, you know, that all that does is just open up confidence and open up the floodgates to say, you know what, these guys, I can beat these guys. And that's huge. To me, that's huge. I think that's probably the coolest thing that could have happened with your confidence level. And you've always been on that edge of, do I race these guys hard or do I race these guys clean? And now you can do it both.
Yeah, that's all it is right there. You nailed it. You get so wrapped up. And listen, a win is hard to come by, especially here at Chop Shop. Mm-hmm. You know, you can get wins at the officials, stuff like that, because you're racing with similar peers. But you got guys that are top split guys in here. They're hard to come by, and when you got an opportunity, you got to take it, because the next one might not come.
I mean, from 4K down to 800, that's the spread, and the strength of field here is still huge. The talent's still huge. I mean, probably the kid that I'm the most proud of today, besides Joe Thompson being the biggest mover of the race, up 27 huge, spots, by the way. Connor. And thank you for the follow, Connor. Mike, thank you for the like as well. Connor put it out there. He said, I better have gotten a hard charge for coming back from 7 laps down and finishing 14th, which is where you started. Connor didn't give up, and that's what it takes when it comes to these leagues. Thompson at one point being inside, Alex Thompson being inside the top 10 by driving himself there. Which was
he came
awesome.
in and got those tires, and he just came through the field. I was sitting there going, all right, Alex, I know you got new tires. Please don't pinch me. And that just comes with experience. He knows, he's got to know that you're on new tires. You can stay up higher in the lane. You don't have to pinch. You're going to drive right on by. But when you pinch someone on old tires like myself, that's what happened. I just slid up the track a little, and we touched doors, and he's got to learn that part, but that comes with experience. I mean, he did a hell of a job getting up there, coming through the field. When they said he got tires, I was like, oh my God, there's going to be some cautions, because he's a lot faster than the rest of the cars. And I was like, and it never came. Then all of a sudden I look, and there he is in my mirror. I'm like, uh-oh, I got to go. And, you know, it was fun. Yeah. I'm happy for him. It sounded like he had a great time.
He had a great race, but you had an even better one. Bryant, I'm talking John's ear off because I'm still trying to root him on for a next win. Bryant, it's your time.
I know your interview's running a little bit long, so I just want to say congratulations. And you said hard, good racing, and you are a perfect example that you lead by example. You had the second least amount of incidents on the track and finished second. What do you think about that?
I take pride on racing clean. It gets hard sometimes because to win here, I wouldn't say race dirty. You have to race aggressive, and pinching, giving the guy, I was putting guys in spots that they did not want to be in. I did it to Biggert. I did it to 55. I did it to 14. But you got to have faith in those guys too. And I trust all those drivers to not wreck me. And they understand racing. So yeah, I take pride in that. But also you got to know when you got to back out. And I think I do that well too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
nailed it on the head. John, give you shout outs, man.
Yes.
Get a P2 finish.
Oh, shout out to all the guys, man, here. You guys, the broadcasting team, shout out to you guys. You guys do a great job. I'm happy to announce that we're going to be doing our next gen series with Signature. So look for that on Friday nights. We're happy to have that back on board. Shout out to all the drivers, week in and week out, all the admins that help me out, Striker, and obviously to my family and stuff that let me do this every night. And big shout out to the UPS guy when he brings me my new computer.
It's going to be there soon.
Oh,
isn't it?
man.
A week.
Oh, man. I can't wait to see this
It better give me 4 tenths. It better give me 4 tenths.
Oh, man.
Frames equals speed. That's what they say.
You guys have a great night.
You too, brother.
You too,
That's John Hammond gets a P2 finish, and we love hearing. He is eventually going to get a win on this platform.
Definitely.
And I love to hear it. But last but not least, your pole sitter and the guy who put a whole bunch of people to shame tonight. Man, you were back and forth through the lead, TJ. Tell me about this race. You really did put in some effort tonight.
Yeah, it was well, first off, I missed all the practice. I got here just in time for the race. Asked the guys in the chat, like, how's the track? And they just said keep it pinned on the bottom for qualifying. So shout out to them. I did that and ended up on pole somehow. But yeah, during the race, it was just try to get track position. On that first stage, I was able to get out and get clean air, and it was pretty simple there. Just keep it pinned, protect the bottom. Then when Sam would get up to me, I'd kind of give him the bottom and pinch him down.
Well, that matters.
But it is just back and forth, man.
I tell you what, you and Sam put on a show. I would say first half of this race, and then I did watch you drop back a little bit. I don't know if you were just trying to cool off tires or what you were doing. Trying to pick your brain after the fact. Of course, in the moment, it's like, all right, maybe it's just a racing situation that you need to back out of. But it seemed like you were trying to cool yourself off to get yourself back forward, because in that first stint, you had one caution kind of in the middle of it, but it had a good enough developed run that you were able to get yourself back up and, get inside that top two and continue to battle.
Yeah, that first stage, it was just, pedal to the metal. I burnt.
It's okay.
Sorry, my kid's over here in my ear.
I got him. Go
Well,
for it.
buddy.
You're good.
But yeah, that first stage there, I was just running it, full out. And then when I went in to get tires, I seen what my tires were at. They were like 47 or something like that on that right front.
Mhm.
So the rest of the race, I was like, well, I'll try to conserve tires a little bit, just in case we got a long run. I can have something there at the end, but we just never got to that point. So I shouldn't have saved, but I kept thinking we're going to get a long run here. No, here, and it just never happened. So probably could have ran it harder, but it was fun.
At toward the end of that one, it was one of you three, and you did get the stage win according to what the telemetry says. So that's huge. It's points. You need points right now to be able to keep yourself inside that top 16, and I think a win's coming your way too very soon.
Well, let's hope so, man. Yeah, it sucks I missed the first few races due to other obligations, but hopefully I can get in, at least crack that top 16, and if I can pull off a win somewhere, that'd be great.
Well,
we know it won't be no road course though.
God, we do have New Hampshire next week.
That's a fun track.
I think we got an off week after that.
Yeah, I think there's a bye after that.
We do have a lot of racing coming up. This is a big deal, man. These guys are putting it on each other. Oh, we got Indy. That's somebody's gonna walk away with that one. And
Rex.
Yeah. That's how it goes. It's usually top three close. Everybody else kind of pitter patter, and there's going to be little battles across the racetrack, and that's kind of the way that it's been. So, but you know what? Nothing wrong with it, right? What you got for TJ? He's coming.
Dude, don't tell the other drivers this, but I was watching you work through the field there, and I wanted you to win so badly, man. You worked so hard, dude. I was cheering for you. Don't tell them that though. But man, can you just like give me a little hint?
RC.
Where are you going to win, man? We got Indy coming up, Kansas Auto Club, Milwaukee Mile, Phoenix, Charlotte. Where we? You're gonna win. Just can you give me a little hint of when?
I'll say Auto Club.
Ooh,
Heck yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna pick
We'll
Auto
see you at
Club,
Auto
man.
Club.
Fun track, multiple groove.
and
All right, I'll keep my eyes on you.
and that's not changed
Alrighty,
as
buddy.
well. The way that and I know that Jeremiah was talking about it. We spoke on it with John. Searching for your groove here matters as well with the dynamic track states that iRacing has thrown at us. Does that change your mindset going into these dynamic tracks like Auto Club?
Yeah, definitely for sure. I thought I felt it here. I don't know if
Mhm.
it's just been so long since I ran Vegas or what, but that bottom groove was nice for about 10, 15 laps, and then you move up a lane, and then that lane would take off for about 10, 15 laps, and you just kind of go back and forth with it. It's crazy. I don't know if it's just been forever since I've done it or
Oh, that's exactly what Jeremiah
that's
said.
that. Yeah, yeah, it was awesome. So yeah, Auto Club will definitely be much of the same. I won't tell them my strategy. I don't want to give it up now,
You'll
but
run a hell of a lot higher, though. That's for darn sure.
yeah, I'll rip that wall.
TJ, much love,
Yes, sir.
man. You got your P3 finish here today. Got a pole and a stage win. Lots of points coming your direction. Give you shout outs.
I appreciate it. Hey, shout out to you guys, Signature Esports. Now, is that Brian in the booth with you?
Yep.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, shout out to you, brother. Also, Speedy Trophies. I forgot to mention them the last time that I was up in the booth with you guys. So shout out to Speedy Trophies, Chop Shop Racing, guys I race with, Greg and Shook, and the two admins, Hammond and Striker. Appreciate what they do, and hopefully I go win this high flag.
I like it. Yeah, they got that that drawing getting ready to happen here. Much love, man. It was a ton of fun. It was a great race, a great opportunity. I don't know if John wants to do that, and that's okay, TJ, because you're the only person finished inside the top three that said thank you to Speed Trophies. That's all good.
Got him.
You got him. You win.
I appreciate you guys.
TJ, much love. That's your P3 finisher, TJ Crowbird, knocks it out of the park. And we got to have our weekly conversation with this guy here real quick. He is still out there. We were checking on kids and the babies and all the cool stuff. Roberge, I gotta find your camera.
There he comes.
I gotta find your camera here. Give me a second. It's bounced around. Things have bounced around. There he is. Uh-oh. Put that camera down. Can't see him. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
All right, Arnold. I'll give you a moment.
Give me a moment.
Gotta give him a moment.
He'll get there. He'll get there, guys. Just give him a second.
There he is.
It's been a long night.
It is.
There we go.
All right, there he is. Now he can see himself. That's cool.
Sort of.
Chris Roberge. Chris, tell me about it, man.
It's a tough track.
At one point you were leading.
Yeah, so I just need, because I didn't do so well for stage, so I just decided to stay out to at least get a point and so it helps to dig a bit. I was coming because I had a little pressing tires on some of the guys in front of us. We were coming until the last bit with Nubra and Striker, and I got in a little incident there, so I kind of wrecked my steering, so I got fixed in the last lap. At least I went out and finished the rest.
I like it. Hey, what's it like racing with New Brown Banks and all the crew again?
Pretty good. It's kind of nice to see them. Took a couple of years to come in here, I guess. They haven't raced for a couple of years.
Well, they've been racing. They've been racing with the Tuesday Night League. They've had was it TNR? They've been racing out there, and they've been putting on a hurting. It's good. It's good to see them come down and racing the Chop Shop stuff too, because it's interesting. We see Colby, we see you, we see Wesley, we see Crown Over, Anthony Shook, Jeremiah, all these folks that have been kind of mingled in leagues with you guys, and then we've got some of the what I call the OGs of the sim from 4 years ago, knocking down doors and giving you guys giving you guys good racing opportunities and seeing how they've improved and how you've all improved over the course of the time that I've known you. It's insane to see it. But what do you say is the big advantage of going to a short track next week?
See what happens. It's hard to say. All these great drivers here. It's gonna be a little harder now, so it's a learning experience for me too. So I said, okay, well, just go for it. See what happens.
How old are we? And how old are we now? Yeah, how old are we now?
How old are we? He is 9 months.
9 months.
Yeah, he's 9 months today. Actually,
Holy
well,
cow.
yeah.
3 more months and we'll give him a birthday. Holy cow. That's it's insane. He's I remember whenever Chris told me that he and his wife were going to be godparents to little man there, and I was like, that's insane. That's awesome. It's crazy to see your sim racers go through life and to be very proud and to have moments like that. I know Ange is probably back there very proud of what she's got. Yeah.
No, she's actually at work right now. It's just my wife in behind me and the
Papa,
daddy behind me.
and Papa. All right. Well,
I'm wearing the onesies, of course.
and hey, that's what it is. That's what it's about.
Oh yeah.
Bryant, this is Roberge. He's the nicest Canadian you'll ever meet.
They all nice. Hey Roberge, how you doing, dude? You
I'm
had
doing
a
good.
ton of grit tonight, man. You had that like Daytona 24 grit. You wreck out of the race 10 times to the 24, but you keep going. That was you tonight, man. Dude, tons and tons of grit. How do you have that much grit on the racetrack, dude? It's impressive.
Saving tires. So I started off in the pits when we first started off. Okay, well, so hopefully there is a cause and nobody doesn't pass me either. If they did, it's okay. I didn't take tires until after the stage, so I just decided after the stage and the caution came out, that's why I decided to pit in, and half the people didn't pit at all.
I tell you what, Chris, you have a lot of grit in life, and I think that's a true testament to what you guys do.
Oh yeah.
All right, my
Want to
man.
say something, Frank? Want to say hi? Say hi, Frank.
Yeah, say hi. We'll teach you to commentate. Go 98. 98 to the outside. Drops in. Dumps the leader. He wins.
Yay!
And he's jumping. He's happy.
There we go.
Big bounce. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, he's bouncing.
All right, Chris, we're gonna let you go, man. Good to see Frank again
Okay.
and the family.
Yep.
Tell your wife once again I said hello, and tell
Oh, yeah.
Ange thank you, and tell the Hogan family much love. He's getting big.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he is.
All right, brother.
But you guys take care.
You
Thank
too, brother. I appreciate
Have a good
you.
one.
That is Mr. Chris Roberge. He is the legend and will always be legendary in my mind. When I say the nicest Canadian, I know that a lot of them are nice. I've met some mean ones, but Chris has gone through so much in his life, and he is probably the coolest cucumber you'll ever meet. It takes a lot to rattle him. And if he gets mad, it's for a reason. And outside of that, he's just been the coolest dude you've ever seen. But and I'm happy to have known him. I'm happy to know all of these drivers, all the drivers that we've met, all the drivers that we've come to. I mean, think about it. I've met thousands, tens of thousands of drivers through this, even vocally, and I've made good friends and I've lost good friends throughout the entire process here. But it's so cool to see everybody put in the effort to make their craft what they want it to be, and you see it all clash on a big racetrack like this. With a good league and good prosperity. Yeah, it's been fun. It was a good time. But what's your takeaways, Bryant? This one was a lot of cautions.
Dude, it was so much fun to watch the strategies clash together. It was like I said earlier in the race, it was like two waves clashed into each other. We got that four wide action because of it. But at the end of the day, the strategies turned out to where they didn't really matter because you kept going under caution, cooling down those tires. So at the end of the race, pardon my French, track position was so key. You didn't need the tires. You needed they stayed so cool. So, dude, it was just so exciting to watch the waves. And you know what? That wave that was back there with new tires, it never surged forward because the tires just kept cool. And those cold new tires just didn't grip up.
Donnell Williams, the fastest lap of the race at 30.632. He and John Hammond, the cleanest drivers on the racetrack, with one incident, and it was, I believe, either wall contact or the grass, one of the two. Absolutely killer. Both those drivers from the Ohio area. We love to see it. Strength of field was 19-18 with 38 drivers. That's saying something. That's a second split, top split kind of race. You know what I mean? Not Coca-Cola series, but it's pretty dang old close. Wesley Strait, second fastest lap of the race, 30.634. Coulter Jr., 30.635. That's how close the fastest laps of the race were. Insane. But Jeremiah Burke gets the victory here, folks. This one lasts a little bit longer. And we did extend the interviews a little bit, but it's only because there was so much to talk about, and which I appreciate. And I appreciate the drivers who dropped in for that as well. Thank you to all the fine folks that helped put on Chop Shop. Again, Admin Box, Track Racer, Fuego Paints, of course, the Speedy Trophies series here. Thinking of my sponsors as well. Noma TV, Matarood Racing, Dark Horizon Fishing, of course. You saw that a lot on the stream today with 12 cautions, 11 for incident. And then, of course, Beef Jerky Unlimited for all your driver cams. And, yeah, it's good stuff. We'll be back tomorrow. Winston Throwback Series. Bryant, this one was fun, man. It was a good time, and it only gets faster from here.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I had a ball. I hope I can come back.
It'll be the way it is, folks. Be good, be safe, be kind of one another. You know the deal. Because if you're not my friend. That's literally how that works. Chop Shop Racing will be back next Monday night with some dirt racing. And then Tuesday with New Hampshire. We will be back with Cup Series action coming up on Fridays here in a couple of weeks. Tomorrow night, though, again, Winston Throwback Series Gen 6 at Daytona for the season opener. Thursday, Truck Series for Phoenix. And then time off until Saturday night. It'll be good. We'll see you in the next one.